You're watching the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
There he is, Maason Smith, back at practice. Was that him at practice right today?
This is all video.
Okay. I was like, I don't think that is, but I was like, hey, maybe it is. They actually switched jerseys. He'd be in teal now. So Maason Smith off the PUP list. I think pretty significant development for the Jags. I mean, if it's going to be a big story, like we've kind of said, it's a big story. It's brewing into one where the Jags really don't have their defensive tackles, their first team, second team, Eric Armstead, Maason Smith. Then it's a pretty big story when he comes off the PUP list. So it took a lot longer than I think anybody would expect. But I think if you go back to Wednesday, July 23rd, when we started camp, and on this show, I might have been like, hey, keep an eye on this. It might take longer than you think, even though it doesn't sound like it's a big deal. And those two can be separate things because they're so dang cautious this time of year, and you just don't know if there's setbacks. You're not getting the play-by-play, the daily update, because the Jags, quite frankly, don't have to do that. So Maason Smith off the PUP, that's significant news to me. I don't think he would play on Sunday, of course. I think we could rule him out right now, but maybe next week against the Dolphins becomes very significant. How does he look? And the ramp up now, he does have 3 weeks to get ready for the regular season. So it's not like, hey, he's got 10 days to do it. But I do believe that him missing time is actually more significant than like Eric Armstead missing time. Because this is a guy that we think is an ascending player, or should I say we hope is an ascending player. But we really don't know. And so new scheme, new people, how do you acclimate? I mean, Eric Armstead's more equipped to do that than Maason Smith is. So we'll see where it goes. But Jags out on the practice field today. Jags are actually scrimmaging some today, and we'll see what happens from there. I think how intense this scrimmage is says a little something about who plays on Sunday. A little mixed still. Hamby, what you think? They going to play on Sunday or what?
I can't see him playing more than another drive. If they do play, I think it'll be 10, 12 snaps again.
Yeah, I would say so too. I don't usually like the old way of doing it, actually. I don't know if there's no usual way now, but if the old way is, hey, you'd play that 10, 12, 15 snaps. Obviously, Travis Hunter got 18, and then you would go maybe into the second quarter in this game or even the entire first half, depending on how you want to do it. But I just don't know. I don't feel like they are going to do that. But I could see them doing it.
With only one practice against the Dolphins, and especially the defense, I think they are very aware of how it looked last week and know that if the starting ones on defense don't play another snap in the preseason outside of a practice against the Dolphins, they're going to roll up to Carolina unprepared. Not unprepared as in, they don't know the scheme yet, but it takes if camp says communication is the biggest thing, you don't fix that in just practices against yourself and in a scrimmage against the Dolphins. I would think that they would have to play them at least another drive just to get them out there, get their feet wet again, playing together in a preseason game.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on the defensive side, and then I check myself. I'm like, okay, if I'm the head coach of the football team, do I say, okay, the defense, you guys have to play, but the offense, you guys don't? Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From a team-oriented standpoint, I don't know. You could have a lot of cryptic tweets after that.
Well, I don't know if it's one. I don't think they would ever do one plays but not the other. But I think if they're split and not sure exactly what they want to do, the defense needing to play is what will put them over the edge.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that could happen. We'll see if it does happen. I'm torn. I don't have a good feel. I haven't been over there this week at all. And so I don't know, and we'll obviously learn more. I think tomorrow will be the day. Udinsky, I think, talks today, and then Cohen tomorrow. So we'll see what goes on. I got Austin's coming in here in a couple of minutes. He's gonna have a story to tell too when he comes in, most likely. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I got to survive for 5 minutes by myself while I got whatever I got this week. I got something. Like, can you tell my voice is like going?
Yeah.
Or can I just tell my voice
No,
is going?
it's a little bit. Yeah.
That and about a million other things. Got the allergies. I can't tell if it's like allergies.
It's not allergy season, is it?
Oh, it doesn't matter for me. Once in a while, just get them like really bad for like a 24-hour period. And I've had a couple of different bursts of it in the last couple of days, which is a little abnormal. But then on top of it, it then can like kind of roll into a little bit of a cold type thing. So I'm not really sure what it is. But let's see what we got today here on the show. So you get me off so it's not dripping down my nose. I knew I should have brought the box of Kleenex. Maason Smith off the PUP. That's obviously the big story. Gators. Are we going to get to this today? That's my favorite thing. Listen, we've been way better at paying off the teases. Not this one. We have not done that yet, so we will get into it. If we don't get into it, Stadium Pulses tomorrow for an hour at 9.
That's right.
So then you can get into it. Let's go fishing, and Paul Dozier will be in. By the way, I don't know if you saw this, but Michael Jordan participated in a big event, and that's pretty common.
Yeah, he told us about that, I think, a week or two ago.
And did well. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But we've got that presented by Nimnik Buick GMC, and also Armor Guard Exteriors and Gutter Helmet. And then laying down the law, which is our holding court segment, but Kenny Lay, presented by Kenny Lay. And we'll have more on that 12 o'clock. That means the judge comes in, and the judge is Casey Kurtz. So we'll bring that back. Haven't had that in a bit. And Hamby said today, hey, I want to give you a fantasy football quiz. I don't know if this is good or bad, but we're going to find out.
No trust.
And I've got a question for you guys on the fantasy football stuff, too, because I'm not a big fantasy football guy.
You might be this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind playing around with it, but we'll see if you guys can answer some of my questions. Because I've played before, and I've played in a various amount of leagues. So, and I know what the popular league is, but we'll hopefully be able to deliver on that. So that's coming up as well. Maason Smith off the PUP list. That's where we kind of get going. Look at you, Hamby. Thanks for the tissues. I can't run out of here until Austen gets here. Off the PUP list, let's keep you talking a little bit, Hamby. Do you think there's some significance to this?
Absolutely, because, I mean, the time frame is the biggest thing. I mean, if the guy's got 1 week to get ready for the regular season, man, you're really behind the 8 ball. You're going to be running out there with Tyler Lacey as your first guy, and then it's kind of all due respect, it's kind of a crapshoot after that. You really don't know what you have, and you're really behind the 8 ball. It's going to be even worse than it was at times last season. 3 weeks is a totally different story. The fact that you have 3 weeks to get him up to speed, get him in football shape as much as you can in that time frame. I know he's been working a lot off to the side, but to have 3 full weeks where he can maybe get into the preseason game, not this week, but next week, and he can participate in the scrimmage against, in the practices against the Dolphins. I think that's for being put on the PUP on July, 22nd of last month.
Yeah.
I think this might be one of the better case scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. You got plenty of time. I did this last night on First and 10 training camp, that the Jags aren't even at the halfway point between when they started and when they kick off. I mean, it's a long ramp up, which is kind of interesting because there's some talk, and there has been talk. I think it's kind of quieted down a bit, but there's been talk that they want to even have a longer ramp up and get rid of the spring. Like that got thrown out over the last year, and maybe bring people back even earlier in July. My goodness, if they did that, I get it, because you eliminate some of like that May and June stuff,
sure,
and you give them more of a time off, which I think people would have liked that. But holy cow, the anticipation to the season, if they did that, take forever. I mean, can we add a couple of preseason games, or maybe teams would practice together, all that kind of stuff? Because I mean, we're still 23 days away from the regular season.
Right.
It seems like it's got to be sooner than that, and it's not. Delphonic, you're not late. Did you miss any Taylor Swift talk? No. Thank you if you want to catch it. But I had to wait for Austen to get in to really talk about T Swift.
He swizzle.
And last I looked, which was last night. Last night? I think it was last night. 5.5 million views on YouTube. I was like, oh, this thing ain't even close. Now you got till 7 o'clock tonight, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Now I heard, though, that like YouTube shut down.
Yeah.
They had so many people on, so something
glitched.
broke.
Yep.
So I'm not sure when that happened, how that happened, what the impact is on the millions of views.
We're at 9.5 million right now.
Oh, that ain't catching. Like, would
What's
you say
the record?
Trump one was 26?
Yeah, the Trump one, I think it was 23 or 26, I believe.
Yeah.
The first
24
hours. Yes. Yeah.
So, like, they got some work to do.
I guess, yeah, for sure.
And by the way, was there anything that was like super catchy that would say, "Oh, I'm going to go back and listen now"? Because I haven't seen that.
I haven't
yet.
seen a single clip.
I've seen some.
Oh,
clips.
I mean, she's got like the album art and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a couple things.
I've seen some clips out. Like, hey, I had no idea what a first down was and first down chains and football, and now I know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm asking about cover 2 and cover 3 and stuff like that. I mean, that's which is fine, but. I'm just saying it's not going to, like, go get me to watch.
No,
Like-
I mean, what were you going to watch regard? Like, I mean,
Well, it wasn't, but I'm just saying,
what
what's
could
gonna
Taylor
go-
Swift tell you that, I got to go back and check this out?
Well, if
Like-
there was something, I think if there was something it could get, maybe not Brent to watch, but a lot of people.
I mean, she talked about Jared Goff and Josh Allen, so that was cool. Like, that's good for the brand.
Is that like on her fantasy team or something?
No, she thought that football was like, she's like, what I thought football was is like you take like Josh Allen and Jared Goff and they just like go head to head. That's what she said.
Hey, at least
I
she's
saw
being
that.
honest, genuine.
I saw
right?
that clip. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
She's being very genuine.
Yeah. And I mean, watch I mean, Josh Allen's already like living a pretty good life.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like married to a famous actress, MVP, like you're good. But now like, and Jared Goff's doing good for himself. Don't get it twisted. But like, watch the
Well, he's
Jared
got the
Goff
same
stock.
thing, isn't he?
I'm sorry?
Isn't he like with a model?
I have no idea.
I think he's with like a supermodel or something.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're a quarterback, I'm sure.
You're
Well, I mean, like,
55
you're
mil.
a successful quarterback. I didn't know. I mean,
or he's
I
just
was,
a nice guy, Austin. I
Yeah.
mean, just not because he's a quarterback.
See, like, I don't follow like the models and the influence. Like, I know Josh Allen just because like she's in movies and
Yeah.
like
She's an actress.
Marvel stuff. Yeah. I don't follow the whole model stuff.
Yeah, how's the model thing worked for others?
Like
Tom Brady,
dating a model. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, right?
Was he married to a model or
He wasn't married,
But dating? Because
wasn't it,
actress?
Oh, was she an actress?
She was in Diverge. I can't remember her name.
Was
yeah.
it Olivia?
Oh,
Munn.
Olivia Munn was a actress.
I thought she was more a model. No.
Oh, Brent, come on, actress, man. She was Psylocke in X-Men.
Oh, okay. Come on, Brent. That's an X-Men.
Brent, I had to break down X-Men 97 last year for you for the Jaguars thing.
That's right. You
Did we not learn anything yet?
I guess I didn't.
Yeah.
You got a story?
Well, I'm not going to diverge a lot because I don't know like what I can and cannot say.
Did you almost get in a fight this morning?
I almost didn't get in a fight, but I did raise my voice a little bit because where I live, our neighbors are getting the roof done, which is cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic. There's a bunch of, from the roofers, there's like, our stuff is messed up in our yard because of what they're doing.
Throwing stuff down.
Yeah. And like, it's not in the neighbor's yard, it's in our yard. And like,
see.
hit the fence and everything with some like,
Oh, so maybe
Yeah.
some little bending of the
Yeah,
fence.
yeah.
Hey, you got to
So-
be careful of that, I assume, right?
yeah. So I just ask like, hey, if you're going to work on something like show enough respect to watch what you're doing for somebody else's house. But once again, I don't know. Like, I don't want
You
to.
initiated this.
Well, yeah, because I
You were
go.
the watchdog neighbor.
I go in the backyard and there's stuff. But once again, I don't want to like, get it too far into it because.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
But that was the situation.
That's a situation.
Because all else is probably pretty close together out at the beach.
I'll say
too.
this: there was a lack of respect. I feel like for the house that the house next door that they were working. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lack of respect,
I get that.
and we'll leave it at that.
That's
for
one
right
thing
now.
they're probably going to be careful around here, too, because most houses are pretty close together.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So
So,
it's not like it's uncommon.
expect to see me on Judge Judy in about 3 months,
Yeah.
and we'll leave it at that.
That's it? That's all we got?
3
You didn't throw down?
I don't
Did you
know
say
because
cuss
I don't want.
words?
Like once again, I don't. Right, you have to realize who comes in and out of our house.
Yeah, I get it.
An international lawyer and a scientist, right? So if they tell me to do something like,
And
hey,
you.
just keep it, and me, yeah, I'm the muscle.
I was going to say, yeah.
We're the A team,
You're
man.
not the other two.
We're the A team. You know what I'm saying?
That is
And then we got Ronan.
Can we do like a 2-hour live stream a day at the house?
One of our friends said
Right.
that she's like, you guys need to reach out to like, some kind of streaming service and get your own reality TV show.
Well, we can at least start it here and then sell it to somebody else.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Just Twitch. We'll get the Twitch viewers up. Twitch people like that, apparently.
Oh, they love it. You know what? I bet we might have something there. But the problem is like they're never around.
Yeah,
because
they're always on the road, right?
Yeah, I mean, I only see one of the guys probably like 2 times, or I'm sorry, like probably 2 weeks out of the whole year.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I'm not going to ask you as we're in conversations with a roofer or two.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you who it was. I don't want to know.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I have a picture in the gallery if you want to see it later.
I bet you
I'll
do.
take some pictures. Yeah.
Were you more upset about what transpired this morning or when your front tire was stolen?
Oh, the front tire for sure. Just because, like, to be fair, it's not my house. Like,
Yeah, I get it.
I mean,
You're just looking out.
I live
You're
there.
the
Yeah,
muscle.
I'm looking out, right? Because I'm grateful to be in that said house, but it's not technically mine.
Yeah.
So I'm not stressing. That bike tire was 100% solely mine, and it's still mine.
Well, it's
Isn't
not.
it funny how? Isn't it funny though how? Yeah. In retrospect, I'm late.
somebody else's.
I was late to the show over that, but I chose to opt out of going to chase the guy down on the side of the street, walking with my tire because I wanted to be at the show on time.
Yeah.
I've changed, huh? I'm
I don't
changing
know.
right before
we
you guys.
still question, but I still think you made the right call on the tire.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be a threshold here. I'm a big principle guy, but it's got to be a threshold of what I'm going to battle for.
So here's
and maybe make Action News Jacks at 5.
That's the thing. Like battling on behalf of the house, it's like nothing. Well, okay, I'm just gonna say, let's watch what we're doing here and everything. Battling for that bike tire, I feel like we were past the point of words.
Yeah.
With the dude that was carrying it.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's
once again, I don't want to be judgmental or
There's
anything,
be a
Brent.
tug of war.
But if you're over 300 pounds, rocking a pair of jeans, no shoes, and no shirt, you're probably ready to throw down if it comes down to
You
it.
probably
You know what
no
I'm saying?
holds barred.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Do you grow up like with that neighbor that was like always watching everything in your yard? Or everything that happened on the street, like I felt like we did. Now, in fairness, you feel like you have that neighbor, and you're really not sure.
Yeah.
But you kind of always felt like the lady next door. I mean, we lived in a bunch of places, so I just remember I should say a bunch of places. Lived in like 4 different places growing up as a kid, my 18 years. But there was this one stop for however many years we were there, and it felt like at least at one stage, 10, 11, 12, whatever it is, that was the thing. Like, she's watching.
Oh, yeah.
like, make sure you put that in the garbage can or, whatever it might be. Whatever you might be doing, mom and dad are away or whatever.
Yeah.
You always peek it up to
Yeah.
who's in the window. I don't know if you guys had that.
No,
but
you know how we get down in central Wisconsin. So
there's
actually,
a lot of land out there.
No, I mean, like we had, it wasn't the burbs. We had houses like by us. Like
Okay.
we had neighbors, but neighbors were cool. Because one of the neighbors was actually a guy I talked about before on the show. He was like my Pop Warner football coach.
Oh, yeah.
So he was cool. Other side, they were cool as well because they had kids a little like, younger than me. So, 4th of July, we got the PVC pipes. We're firing Roman candles, bottle rockets at each other in the backyard. Like, we had a blast. They had a dog named Baxter who was the devil.
That's a
though.
good name for a dog.
Well, but you hear the word Baxter, it kind of goes with the name, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this was not a nice dog. He bit me a couple times, but it's all good. But we also had a homeless dude who lived in his car that would sometimes park behind our house, because we lived by a church, in a church parking lot.
Okay.
And sometimes the homeless dude would park in the church parking lot. So we would see him just in his car while we're in the backyard playing football.
You
We
knew
just
Joe.
Wave.
What's up,
Oh
Joe?
yeah, it's whatever, man. Because that's the great thing about small town, America is like you kind of have like your familiar faces.
Oh, yeah.
So we had him. We had a dude who had too many DUIs who had to drive a lawnmower around town.
All right.
Yeah, so he he would like drive to the bars and
I
everything.
figured you did grow up in Duval, maybe.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, dude, so he would drive to the bars and everything and like drink and then like just get on his lawnmower because he lost his license. And then we had a dude named Crazy Leroy who lived like a mile down the road. And this is just a rumor. This is all speculation, but I'm pretty sure. So he was like he installed our deck in the back of our house and everything. He was like a carpenter.
Yeah.
Or like a carpenter kind of guy. But he was like a sniper. I think like in World War II.
Oh, wow.
One of the big ones.
Okay.
But hey, little out there. So he, in his house, when you drive down the road, he had a sniper tower,
Oh,
like
wow.
a giant sniper tower that he built,
Wow.
constructed up. And rumor has it is like he would just sit out there and like have a scope and just like scope things.
He wasn't just watching your
not
house.
shoot, but like actually like scope things.
He was
man.
watching all of Iola.
And they call him Crazy Leroy. Like that was like he was Crazy Leroy, helping out with the deck and
Stop.
everything. Yeah. That's who we're dealing with, Brent.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't. You win. I don't have.
Oh
all
no,
this.
you're good, man. We
I
got
don't
a
have
little bit of
anybody
everything.
driving in a mower to the bar.
Yeah.
I didn't have
I
that
could see
either.
it though. It'd be great.
Yeah.
We just had
Cookie,
a bunch
by the
of
way, we called him
Who?
Cookie.
Cookie?
And then he had Cookie, because you don't have a license plate on a lawnmower. But then he had he was like the town mascot, man.
the town mascot.
Dude, he would drive like sometimes you'd see him on the side of the road driving 4 miles to like, because there's Iola where I grew up and there's Scandinavia, which is 4 miles away. That dude would be taking like the route from Iola to Scandinavia, hit up the bars and everything.
That is
Cookie,
awesome.
man.
What's Cookie doing now?
I mean, I'm sure, like, dude, I was a kid when he was.
you were. Well, he was
getting it,
older
so
when you were a kid.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the age might have caught up.
Yeah.
To him.
Yeah.
Hammy?
man.
Yeah, I grew up.
No problem, son.
No. I lived in the same house my entire life, not far from here. And we had, for whatever reason, our street was always filled with Navy families, which at times was phenomenal because everybody had kids.
Yeah.
So every house on the cul-de-sac had kids that were my age. And so I felt like I had a old,
You had built-in basketball team.
well, yeah, I mean, we had everything. The
That's
best
good.
was when we had my next door neighbors had moved from Argentina
Ah.
and very little English, but dad was in the Navy. Augustine and Nacho.
Augustine and
were the
Nacho.
two
Nacho.
kids. Oh, that dude.
A
Was,
Nacho or Nacho?
well, it was technically Ignacio, but
okay.
it was Nacho.
Good
to
nickname.
us.
I like that.
But you called him Nacho.
That's what he told us to call him.
Okay, as long as we're good. We're good.
As long as he approved.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
was.
we have the nachos moving in next. I'm like, Hammy, take it easy, man. But okay, if he, you know what I'm saying?
He
Yeah.
approved.
Like, what are we talking?
you
Yeah,
don't get
okay.
to pick your nickname.
Guy, that's true.
He was
That's
he
true.
was the youngest of everybody, and I was probably 12 or 13 at the time, which probably makes him 7 or 8. And he would just run around the cul-de-sac naked all the time, and it was all good. It was
Watching Messi go crazy all of a sudden.
oh, dude,
You gotta strip down, man. Let him know. Let
older
him know.
brother would take him back in the house. He'd come back in a couple minutes with shorts on, and we'd resume the game.
There we go.
Come on.
Lively in the neighborhoods, Brent. Brent, what do you got for us, man?
I just had the lady that was
Yeah,
looking out. I mean, that's how this started. This didn't,
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to dig
nothing.
deep
You
on
don't
the
got any
crazy
kids
neighbor.
running. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I don't know about crazy neighbor.
Yeah.
I mean, you always have the neighbors that you kind of like, whether it's Halloween or something like that, right? But yeah, I don't remember. I can't top those stories. I don't remember kids running around naked in front of my house or whatever, and I don't remember people driving on lawnmowers
Yeah, man.
to the bar.
Shout out to Cookie.
Shout out to Cookie.
Shout out to Nacho.
But like, Brent,
We got Cookie and Nacho in the
Cookie
first
and
segment
Nacho,
of the
man.
day. Like,
let's go.
now I'm disappointed in myself, quite frankly.
Hammy, do you know what Nacho's doing? Like, have you kept in touch with Nacho?
No.
Social media, nothing?
I'm pretty sure they moved back to Argentina.
Okay.
And I still follow him on Instagram, but
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not on it much, and I don't think he is either.
There are two neighbors that still live in our we actually, where we are right now, we've been there 17 years. And we were talking about this with a neighbor that just moved out, not on our street, but across the way. And we might have like the longest tenured neighborhood. So like the people that have lived on our street,
Yeah.
most of them have been there like pretty long time.
Earning your stripes
A little
over there.
before, a little after, maybe some 12, 13 years. And there's one now that's been there. It has to be 8, 9, 10 years. I don't even know their names.
Oh man.
Like the one turnover in our neighborhood, I don't know the new people.
Do you think
names.
that's-
like Steph does and everybody else does?
Yeah.
But I don't.
Do you think that's kind of like, because I mean, I'm kind of the same way. We just got new neighbors next to our house, and I know one of the people that live there, and now I know like the people working on the roof as well, but that's about it. Do you think it's like a generational thing? Because like,
100%.
yeah, because I remember like growing up, man, like, and like this is still true to this day. Like the neighbors always help my mom. Like if she needs it's like a giant. Like, we got like a bunch of snow in Wisconsin the night before.
Yeah.
Like they'll go over to my mom's house and snow blow her driveway
cool.
and everything. Like I think that's kind of lost now. And maybe I'm wrong just because where we live. But
I think there's something to that. Like I was trying to think, like my buddy Pat, who actually does like some of that. He'll do snow removal and things, and I don't hear a lot of those kind of stories. Even I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think there is
Your
something
neighbors
to
were your
that.
friends. Like
exactly.
Yeah,
that was it.
yeah.
They're giving you advice like Home Improvement. You know that dude. What was that dude's name from Home Improvement? The guy with the fence.
If you needed milk or salt, ketchup.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you
and
got
by the
Amazon
way,
now, but
like again, I think a lot of our neighbors currently are like that. Like if you do need something, like Steph gives them a call, we give them a call. I'm like, hey, can you go check on this? Like they have a code to the garage, like those kind of things.
yeah.
So like, but again, they've been around a while. But I agree with you overall. I think there's a little bit less of that. I don't know why that would be.
Well, 'cause everybody just wants to stay in their houses.
Yeah, I guess we're a little more
We
like
don't-
hermits now, right? I mean,
100%.
as much as it pains
think
us
so?
to say, yeah,
100%.
I just think with like
don't know if-
ourselves. I mean, and this sounds like a very get off my lawn, but like I just think of we're used to kind of just being by ourselves, like having that downtime, alone time. Like we don't want to have a neighbor. Like, I'll be honest. I told the story before. When we first moved into the house, Ronan was playing outside, and like our neighbors across the street saw him playing outside, so they brought him cookies. Right?
Oh, cool, yeah.
And like anybody would be like, okay, that's awesome. That was really nice of them. But I'm like, well, damn it. Now do I have to make something and like give it, repay the favor of the cookies?
yeah.
Like I can't bake. So like what am I supposed to do? Do I just like,
I
go to a cookie like
nothing but cakes. Just go drop 'em off.
exactly, just drop them off. Like so instead of thinking like, wow, that was like a really nice neighborly thing to do, now I'm thinking like, okay, how do I have to like return the
You're turned off
response?
by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I think age group of kids, but I will say maybe I'm guilty of this too because we have the new people have moved in. I mean, the neighbors that we had there ever since we were there. They got there like 2 months before. They just moved down to St. Aug, and these new folks have moved in, and I haven't met them yet. And this was about 2.5 weeks ago now, and I've actually like seen them, but they were kind of unpacking. And that's normally where like a neighbor would go over and be like, "Hey, introduce yourself." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. Like literally thought
Oh,
that.
we're,
Like, I'm like,
we're
I-
broken, man. We're
like, I don't feel
broken.
like doing that.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, you should.
I probably should. You're right.
Anytime if somebody moves in on my parents' street, my mom always bakes something and brings it over and knocks on their door.
Yeah, see, that's very nice.
Yeah. I mean, without like, we can go down this rabbit hole if we want. We got like a couple more minutes before we hit the break. I mean, do you think, like politically, like where we stand as a country, like has something to do with it as well?
I almost brought it up, but I don't
Yeah.
know if it's like in the last 5 years thing or if it's more to what you guys were talking
Sure.
about. Like there's been maybe a little separation of that to
Yeah.
begin with. But I would tend to agree with, I think there might be a part of the pie of the reason why is something like that. I
Yeah.
think we got separated somewhere in the last 10, 12 years of don't even want to get into it,
Yeah.
don't know, don't like those
Because
kind of things.
There was a time, and Ham, you don't remember this, but there was a time when like saying what political affiliation you were was like taboo.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you keep it on the down low,
Yeah.
right?
I
And
mean,
that was
I feel
cool.
like I grew up that way. I didn't know what my parents voted or
Yeah.
anything like that, and I still, I
Yeah,
I
keep it on
kind
the
of
down
take
low.
I kind of take a lot of pride, and I don't think you would know what I vote.
Same.
Now you could guess because it's not really you don't have a lot of options.
Yeah.
But I don't
But-
think like it's. I just think so much of our less like that. They're so willing to go out and want to almost like claim what they vote.
Yeah.
And I think that's a turnoff to some people. Quite frankly, it can be a turnoff even to me.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think there's something to that. I also think like if you get these neighborhoods, especially like these older neighborhoods, this is one where ours in right now. When we first moved there, it was like we moved to Kansas. You could see like a mile down the road, there were no houses built.
Of course.
Like
Yeah.
in this area of St. John's. Well, it's all built up. All the kids that were now trick-or-treating and stuff like that are now driving cars. There's so many damn cars on the street because they're all old enough to drive.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we've reached that, and now we're like recycling. Well, when you're recycling and my kids are 20 and you got a 6-year-old moving in,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't really have much in common,
No, for sure.
right? I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
now I'm like the grandfather of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's, I just think there is something
I think there's
in
something
some
to
of
say
the
for it.
neighborhoods, at least in Jacksonville, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know about like small town America. I don't know how that's
Well,
changed.
even I think like and that's why people always want to say, man, it must have sucked growing up in such a small town with nobody. Like, no, I'm blessed I grew up in that
Oh,
town
yeah, it's
because like it gave me perspective. And like, and I have like rearranged my political values on said perspective because I've seen what small town living is and maybe living in a bubble a little bit. And I've lived in Detroit for a while in Dearborn, where it's the exact opposite in every single way. And I've seen how those people live and how those people think. And then, you know, when you see both sides of the coin, you realize, like, I don't think anybody has like America's bad interests in mind. It's just they grew up differently and they have a different belief system, and that's okay. Like, that's the great thing about our country. And with that being said, I'll be running for office, I guess, Brent, because I'm going down this political campaign. It sounds like
you are. But those damn roofers.
Yeah. So that's why I'm asking for your vote come November. Yeah. God, sorry about that, man.
It's all good.
Oh, jeez.
Make your pitch.
All right, back to Taylor Swift now. Let's go.
Yeah, now we go to Taylor Swift. Forget about Maason Smith.
Let's get a little palate cleanser here.
How about we get to a break on that note? We'll do that. Stay on time. We've got Let's Go Fishing a little bit later. We had fantasy football coming up a little bit later on. Laying down the law. How about that? And we will talk a little bit, just a brief talk about some college football and the Gators, we think. Ahead of Stadium Pulse tomorrow at 9 a.m. Last day for 1st and 10 training camp for us on the TV side tonight at 11:15. And the Jags are scrimmaging today, so we'll check in with Jags practice. And then tomorrow we give way to high school football action. Tomorrow it all begins in the Friday Night Blitz. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between. Juggling my show, Jags Social, to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service. A meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Woo! Just about that time.
Let's go.
Just about that time. Do we know when the first game's going to be?
Yeah, I mean, technically the first game is August 23rd, about 9 days.
And who's that between?
I'm pretty sure that's this year's version of the game in Dublin last year, if you remember, Florida State and Georgia Tech. I think it's Kansas State, Iowa State in Dublin.
All right, Hamby, do me a favor. Put it back up quick as well. Let's break something down. So this is this year's coaching poll on the left, and then we have last year's coaching poll on the right. Correct? And I'm sorry, the AP. No, they're both coaches.
These are both coaches. Just to clarify,
yes.
The AP was released, I believe, yesterday, and that had Florida at 15.
Okay.
This has Florida at 17.
Gotcha. And on the right side, we see from last year's preseason poll, there's some familiar faces up there, but my biggest surprise is when you look at 1 through 25, there's some teams that went under the radar that made the college football playoff. And I'm sure it's going to happen every single year. So now let's go ahead and let's shift ourselves to the left here. What team not on that top 25 is going to make the college football playoff this year? Because there's going to be at least one, probably two, maybe three.
That aren't even in it.
That aren't even in the top 25. That aren't even in the preseason top 25 conversation. Give me the Arizona State. Give me the Boise State from last year.
Yeah. Oof. Good question. I think does a team like Florida State become a candidate here?
That seems to be kind of the sexy pick of a lot of people.
It would be a huge bout. Like, I'm not predicting it, but they would be in the mix, right? I mean, to navigate the ACC and get another team in out of the ACC, basically you're looking, okay, Clemson might be really good. You got to oust Miami.
Yeah.
Can you get ahead of Miami in this scenario? Are those the only two ACC teams in there? Oh, SMU now, right?
Yes.
God, that feels weird.
I know. The conference realignment thing is like weird. So we're still not used to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say I'll give you another team that I see on the right, and I know you didn't ask put the right on the left, but I don't know how good Iowa is, but sometimes they surprise people.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so are they a team that could sneak in the Big Ten? Now, the Big Ten traffic is pretty tough. I don't know Iowa's schedule. It depends kind of who they're playing. The love for Illinois this year is wild, huh?
Isn't it?
I mean, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
honestly, I like the flip side of the question. Who's ranked? Because preseason polls in college football and college sports right now are idiotic.
You hate them.
So, I mean, it's ridiculous. So who is ranked that's not even going to be in the fray? And so look to the right. Florida State won 2 games. They were preseason number 10. They won 2 games. I mean, you couldn't miss more.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could. You know why? Because preseason number 1 in baseball this year was Texas A&M. They didn't even make the tournament.
True.
Didn't even make the tournament in baseball. So who's going to not make it, I think, is almost or equally as good a question.
Yep.
Who's going to disappoint?
Well, I think there are a lot of teams on here that are going to disappoint.
Agreed.
Yes.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not sold on Illinois. Like that to me stands out a little bit. Miami, like I feel like it's the same story every single year for Miami.
Yeah, they wonder if they've built it a little bit now at Miami, right? Where now you can just change the core. I mean, Carson Beck is a pretty good replacement.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think Miami will stick around this number just because of their schedule and having a veteran quarterback. The first one that jumps out to me is Michigan. They're coming off of a terrible year outside of they beat Ohio State. I mean, they were hovering around 500 the entire year, and now they're going to a true freshman quarterback, Bryce Underwood. If you're not familiar with him, he is the highest paid player in college football.
Yeah.
They just straight up handed him about $10 or $12 million. And that was the whole thing with Dave Portnoy and
awesome.
Barstool Sports and all that stuff. So to run out there with a true freshman quarterback, I don't care who you are. I'm not ready to say that you're going to do much of anything, especially with the rest of your roster still depleted coming off a 7-5 year. An outside note on that, the NCAA says they're going to come down with some kind of ruling tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
On the whole Michigan investigation. A lot of people think it's going to be a whole nothing burger, but that still will be something to look out over.
So what do you like here, Hamby? I mean, you got Stadium Pulse, 9 a.m. tomorrow, by the way, on Fridays. Going to expand probably, we think, to Mondays and Fridays once the season gets cooking here. So you're a college football expert. Who's Arizona State this year, to Austin's point, and who's Florida State this year, to my point? Like, who's out?
Yeah, let me start at the top really quick. Texas is number 1 in the coaches poll and in the AP poll. They've never in the history of Texas football been 1 before.
That is wild.
And that's a little.
That's
you would have
crazy.
thought, right?
I would have thought for sure.
Okay, so Penn State is obviously at 3. That's everybody's hot pick to win the national
Penn State
title.
has the best team maybe they've, like, you can argue on paper before a season they've ever had.
Okay.
Because they have Drew Aller, everybody's really high on
like
him.
two good
They have
backs,
two
don't
good
they?
backs. The problem is last year they didn't have any receivers. They still don't, and now they don't have Tyler Warren. So who is Drew Aller throwing the football to? And are we just going to throw out how good Abdul Carter was and just think that there's another guy behind him? Penn State fans will tell you that there's another guy right behind him who's just as good. The rest of the nation is TBD. I think Baylor is your team that's not in the coaches poll that will be right there in the mix for a Big 12 championship. Now, whether the Big 12 could get 2 teams in it or not, and even if they lose, they could still be in. Interestingly enough, they start with Auburn. They host Auburn, so it's a little out of conference, kind of under the radar good game first week of the season, but they got a returning quarterback, Sawyer Robertson, who's real. And in the Big 12, if you have a returning quarterback who's played well, you're automatically in contention, in my opinion, for the conference title. There's so little returners, and nobody knows anything about the Big 12 this year. Right, with Arizona State, obviously you have Levitt coming back. He showed that he could be the real deal, but your offense still ran through Cam Scatterbo. He's gone.
Yeah.
Right? So do they have another guy in the backfield? I don't think so.
They're playing with big bucks now over there and got some momentum, so we'll see if they hit, right? I mean, you might not know the guys,
right?
But we'll see if they hit. 2
of your probably top 5 storylines, just from a holistic standpoint in college football this year, is number 1, UNC, right? Nobody thinks that they're going to be necessarily anywhere close to a playoff contender, but just could they find themselves in the top 25 and how soon, right? With obviously Bill Belichick and they have a brand new team, brand new coaching staff, everything's new. What is that going to look like, right? If they go 8-4, is that a success in year 1? And depending on which quality wins they have, could they be ranked? The other big storyline is Texas Tech, right? They were number 24 in this coaches poll. They have the ones who, as we've detailed on Stadium Polls, have come out and said, we are going to be, because of our money, the new face of Big 12 football.
Yeah.
They have not. You got to kind of respect it in one sense because they are telling you, no, not making any bones about it. We are going to pay for this. It's because of and they dropped about $12 million on their transfer roster this past offseason, and they're backed by that big oil guy out there in Texas.
Sold the place for $4.1 billion.
And he just decided that he was going to make Texas Tech great.
Well, they're noisy. But here's the thing about that.
Hey, you
can
can buy a
do it
roster
in
now.
a year.
You
In
can
today's
do it,
landscape. It's not like,
especially
hey,
in the
this
Big
is
12.
a build, right?
Right.
Like Belichick stuff might be more of a build. But even that, I mean, Belichick himself could win a couple of games just because he's Belichick, if he's that good. And then they spent some dollars, too.
Right.
So
the other one last team for me is Ole Miss at 15. I think they'll be in the 8-4 range and be quickly out of the rankings. And then obviously Florida, right? They're 15 in the AP, they're 17 in the coaches poll. I think on paper, they would deserve to be higher. Not necessarily even just because of Lagway, because their offensive line is very strong and it's returning. Their defensive line is strong and it's returning.
got some weapons.
They have a couple of weapons. They're young, especially on the outside, other than Eugene Wilson. But here's the thing. I think, especially in the AP poll, because these writers are worried about, they know that their polls are only meant for ratings and for buzz and all of those things. They still want it to be taken seriously, and they know that coming off of last year, they don't have a lot of ground to stand off of. They don't want to do another FSU. Now, am I saying that Florida could go 2-10? Absolutely not. But everybody knows how tough Florida's schedule is. They don't necessarily want to put somebody in the top 10 that they think could go 7-5.
Yeah.
And that's what – if you go off of the rankings, off of the coaches poll, then Florida plays 1, 4, 9, 10, 15, 18, and I think 21.
Yeah.
So –
and they could lose 3 times and potentially, depending on who they lose to, depending on who they beat, could you potentially sneak into the college football playoff with 3 losses with that kind of schedule?
You could. I still think they have no shot.
Probably not. But I do think they're interesting because they're either like, if it all goes well, it could be because if Lagway's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, could be a Heisman Trophy candidate. Mm-hmm. But if he can't stay healthy, it's like all going to fall apart. So maybe they're in a decent spot in the middle. It's just really surprising to see Florida ranked 50. I mean, they just haven't done anything for a long time. And I like Billy Napier a lot. I just have this one concern if I was a Florida fan. This feels a little Will Muschamp-ish when he was like 11-2 that one year, built the momentum. And, of course, that wasn't what they were last year, but he saved it last year, right? He saved some of and it looked like he was building momentum, and then it kind of went right back to what it was. So is that what it's going to be at Florida, where it's like, hey, it feels like it's ascending, but it doesn't kind of get there? Yeah. That would be my concern. And again, there's evidence to support it won't. And I do like Napier, and it had to fix a lot. But I also think we've seen some – I mean, look, nobody in their right mind thought Mike Norvell could be on the fringe of controversial playoff to 2 wins. Right. I like Norvell. Yep. But that's the nature of the sport right now. Did you find anybody else?
Oh, yeah. So getting back to the game, can you put the things back up there, Hamby? Okay. So, yeah, I mean, BYU, I think they're in the AP poll. They're not ranked top 25. I was going to say BYU, but I can't say it for this one. That's okay. I'm going to say 2 teams. I think Georgia Tech has a chance to make a run because if you look at last year, and Hamby, you know about this, right? Mm-hmm. Probably should have beat the Bulldogs last year. Yep. They beat Miami. I think this year, correct me if I'm wrong, they're playing Georgia and they're playing one more ranked team. So they'll be playing Georgia and Miami again. And that's both going to be, I believe, at a neutral site in the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
Okay.
So I like that. And then I also like Nebraska, not necessarily from the talent per se, just from who they're playing. They have Michigan, and I believe they're playing Penn State. Like, that's like one of the last games of the season. And that's about it. Like the USC, they're not playing Oregon, but like all like the other bigger games are going to be at home for Nebraska. And you got to feel like, will the quarterback take another step forward? Yeah, with Dominique Raiola.
Well, by the way,
Dylan.
Dylan, sorry.
You
I think
mentioned,
Dom's his dad.
Yeah, you're right. I played with Dom. Dylan Raiola. Yeah, gotcha.
You mentioned, those 3 teams, even BYU was on your list. Mm-hmm. good coaching. And, like those guys are under the radar, the BYU and Georgia Tech guy, but obviously Rule has done it before.
Yeah.
So like that's pretty good coaching as well. You know what's amazing as you bring this up, because I think you mentioned, like USC. That's
not even in the conversation.
I love to make fun of the most.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get him, Brent.
Give me 2 private jets. Give me my big house. You can't even get in the top 25 at USC.
Watch them go to the playoff this year just to spite Brent Martineau.
Well, could they be a candidate? I have no idea.
I mean,
but they're not even in the conversation. He's been there for how long's he been there? 5 years?
I think this is year 5.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
No,
what a flop
4.
that's been. Might be a USC problem, but right now it's a Lincoln Riley problem.
Oh, it's definitely his problem because, everybody knows they have the talent in that vicinity to be a top 10 team every single year. They have no excuse.
Yeah, crazy. Football in Cali ain't very good, is it? Stanford, UCLA.
Yeah.
I mean, they got nobody.
Yeah.
High school football in California is really good. Shouldn't the college football be really good?
You would hope so, right? And especially with I feel like they have all the resources to be successful.
Of course, we've had that problem in Florida too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's so hard to keep track of. Is BYU is where now? They're the Big 12, or are they Mountain
Pac-12?
No, they're in the Big 12.
Big 12.
They're in the Big 12.
No, yeah, nobody's in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
They're in the Big 12.
Okay.
But they lost their quarterback.
By the way, if you want to do like a quiz, we could do Jacksonville Feud on this, like who's in the Big 12.
Yeah, what conferences are these teams in?
This was like
well, everybody was. That's the thing. Everybody was picking BYU to win the conference, and then like last month, their quarterback gets in trouble.
Yeah,
and he's gone.
Yeah,
but it's not like he didn't graduate or transfer. Like he was there, and it was like, oh my gosh, like Resclaff is back.
Yes,
but they have like all the their offense is going to be super high powered, right? It's just their defense has lost everybody, I guess.
Well, that's
which is very
maybe
the
not
case,
with the quarterback though.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
But like
the quarterback
I'm saying
goes.
Receivers, tight ends, everyone's coming back from that offense.
Yeah,
I think.
the quarterback. Where did he end up going? Because that was a story 3 weeks ago. He was just going to go enroll at like a Memphis or something like that.
Let's see. Commits to Tulane after BYU exit.
Okay. Yes. He just went and enrolled, right? He didn't wait for a release or anything like that. I think that was the story there.
Right.
Is he just said, okay, I'm not taking class anymore, so I'm just going to go. Yeah. I like your question, by the way. It's going to be fascinating to see.
Yeah.
Who surprises us in this day and age. And I think the Texas Techs of the world, there might be more of them that we don't know about. Like, who knows? Maybe there's money flowing in at Rutgers.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Yeah,
you just don't know anymore.
Yeah. Hamby, when's the season start again officially?
So August 23rd is your first game. That's
should we do this year? It'll be a first on the Brent and Austen show, but do we do like conference predictions, college football playoff predictions?
Let's do it.
Before the NFL season starts?
I like it. We can do it. I mean, even if there's not a lot of games at 23rd, right?
Only one. That's the Iowa State, Kansas State, and Dublin.
And Brent, I mean, we got to get it in before then.
That'll tilt the scale.
Playoff implications apply.
That's 2 ranked teams.
Yeah, hey,
those are the 2 runners along with Arizona State.
We're all good.
Yeah, we're big Kansas State fans now here on the show. That's what Matthew Driscoll is.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Yep.
Manhappiness, as he calls it.
Manhappiness is what he calls it? I like it.
I don't know if that's a thing like everybody calls it.
Man, what is Manhattan, Kansas like, I wonder? I had a couple teammates from college from there. And
yeah, I had breakfast with Coach a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me a little bit about it. He seems to really like it.
Okay.
But he was telling me, I think he said something that was pretty interesting, and this wouldn't be like secret information everybody would know, but right near campus is like one of the big, like, I'm not going to get this right, but I'll try to rough around the edges it. Like a biological defense building or whatever for the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're all anything that would like, I would assume like a COVID or something like that. Like testing and stuff is like right there. I guess that's like right near campus. This huge, like, again, I don't even know the words of it, but something to do with biological studies, if you will, but for the U.S., like that's it's located there.
Some heavy stuff, sounds like. Okay.
Which is, it's kind of interesting right near a campus.
In the middle of
Kansas.
Well,
it's like right near campus. Yeah, in the middle of Kansas.
Kansas, though.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But isn't that like, don't we have like South Dakota and North Dakota? Isn't that where there's some other, big military stuff out there just because of the land and everything.
True. I mean,
else.
well, Area 51. Well, Area 51 or whatever is
Yeah.
like middle desert, Vegas.
Yeah, you don't usually no.
What is
that's
it?
in New Mexico.
New Mexico. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You usually don't find that stuff in the big cities.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to Area 51 in New York City, right by Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you'll find that. All right.
Real quick, let me give you the top games of the first weekend, the actual first weekend. You tell me which one's your
Did
favorite.
Hamby give us picks for the team that's not on the list?
Yeah.
Baylor.
Baylor.
He
That's
said
right. Okay,
Baylor,
gotcha.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
All right, so Texas, Ohio State, that's going to be the shoe-in, right? That's 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3,
What a
depending on.
game. And
That's week 1.
That's
huh?
at the
Unbelievable.
shoe, isn't it?
Yes, that is in Ohio State.
Like
So
that.
Arch Manning, here you go, bud.
Yeah.
And
Welcome to
Ohio
the show.
State will be trotting out Julian Sayin, who's
They're an underdog. They're the first time a number 1 preseason ranked team has
Whoa.
been an underdog in the opener.
Yeah, I believe it.
minus 2.5 for Ohio State. So can't pick that one. Alabama at Florida State. We'll be interested to see what that line is. It's probably going to be
Bulletin board material's been floating around this
yeah.
game.
Bama by 2 touchdowns.
Action Sports Jacks might go over to that one.
That would be a fun one.
Nice.
LSU at Clemson. That's 2 playoff hopefuls.
Good one.
Clemson, I think, is right now minus 4.5. But you have 2 returning quarterbacks, 2 guys who think they could be first rounders, Garrett Nussmeier, and they had a great transfer class. They have weapons versus Clemson. They have Kay Klubnik, who's probably going to be a first rounder. They have a stellar defense. It's big game Brian Kelly,
I was gonna say, who did LSU? Was it USC? Who did LSU play last year?
USC.
USC and beat them, right? Or no,
No, they
USC.
lost.
That's right. Okay,
They had
That's
another
right.
disappointing start.
That's right.
So that's option 2.
Well, because of that, and then I remember I came in and said, "Hey, you gonna hate on USC now, Brent, and their coaching staff?" And you probably should have,
Probably.
because I remember watching that game thinking, "Oh, yeah, I can see where this
Hey,
is going."
Brian Kelly's another one we could all kind of rip.
Yeah.
And man, in the SEC show that they followed LSU probably the most out of all teams.
Yeah.
Didn't
There's
help
some stuff.
himself.
Yeah, he doesn't help himself. with
He's
some of
begging
that.
for his team's attention during practice, like a guppy. Anyway,
When you look at you go from Ed Orgeron to him, it's
Well,
I mean, like,
what
but-
I look at is he's a really good coach, or he's been a really good coach. You can't take that away from him. And he
Sure.
built Notre Dame back up,
He's
and
got
you
a
got to give him
resume.
credit for that. But really, I think the winner has been Notre Dame. I mean,
Of
getting
course.
Freeman in there and being the guy, and they've, at least as of now, I think it's a win. You get rid of the quirkiness. You don't have to pay as much, all
Yeah.
that stuff, right? And Freeman's been better
Well,
than Kelly, quite frankly.
And it's just one of those things, though. Well, how talented was Ed Orgeron truly? Yeah, I get. You were LSU. You're the personification of LSU, but you also had, I don't know, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Well, I think that's why he's out of coaching.
Maybe that helped
That
out a
and
little
he's
bit.
smart. See, the reason I like Ed Orgeron, he lives what I say. It's like, what the hell would you go back into coaching for if you just got paid $30 million to walk away?
yeah.
So he's like, see ya, shirt off, let's go party, drink some tequila. I love Ed Orgeron. I think most of the world would do it. The best thing to ever get done in your life is to be fired as a big-time college coach.
Yeah.
Absolutely. On the flip side of that is Jimbo Fisher, who went on a podcast last week saying he was trying to get back into it, touting his 80% winning percentage and making excuses for why it didn't work at Texas A&M.
I think the Brian Kellys of the world and others are a great example why I wouldn't even bring a Fisher in, especially in today's landscape. The landscape's changed so much. It's like, how do you know he's any good?
I just think if you're LSU, you have all the resources you could ever need.
So did Texas A&M for Jimbo.
True, but I feel like the standard has to be so high.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I get Orgeron won one, so congratulations. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
But then you set the standard there. I don't care who the players were. You won a national championship. Brian Kelly comes in and it's okay, but is it though?
Still only a handful of coaches
what
that
the standard
exist
is.
that have won a title, and Jimbo's one of them.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I just think I would, listen, I think, I don't know, I'm a coach hater, so whatever.
All right, so you got
I'm a big-time college football coach hater. I have to admit it.
Bama at Florida State, LSU at Clemson, Notre Dame at Miami, and I'll throw a sleeper in there, Syracuse at Tennessee.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm sleeping on it, but I get it. Here's the day that everybody should be circled on the calendar. We get these once in a while in college football, and this one's good. November 1st, Penn State, Ohio State, Notre Dame. Oh, no, not that. Let me go. Miami, SMU, Arizona, Iowa State. These are all ranked games. South Carolina, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Tennessee. I think that's the one. where everybody's got on the Georgia, Florida. Obviously, that's the that's like for, the annual game here. I think that was the one that was like, that's a good day of football right there. I mean, Florida, Georgia alone, depending on what it looks like in Ohio State, Penn State, could be great. And we'll see in the ACC, Miami, SMU could come down to it. Like, so you're talking about all the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC having some pivotal games that weekend. That's a pretty good one. All right, let's stay on time here. All right, Stadium Pulse tomorrow. We just talked college football for a half hour. Don't usually do that. Maybe we should talk a little more college football. That was enjoyable.
Not mad at it.
If I can hate on Lincoln Riley a little bit more, I'm glad to do it.
I'll prop it
Freaking
up.
2 Jets.
Hamby, real quick before, Georgia, high expectations this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm glad that we're 4 or 5. I'm glad we're not 1. I think, we have some tough games, but all of our tough games, unlike last year when they were away, are now at home. So we host Bama, we host Ole Miss. I don't think Ole Miss is going to be all that great, but we got Texas as well, hosting Texas. So we got some tough games, but I think the expectation is for us to be a one-loss team in the conference championship.
I look forward to the State of the Union address from you coming up before the season starts.
Well, we know this. In Athens, they are speeding toward the start of their football season.
Real original, Brent. Real original.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I thought you were brewing with that.
Oh, no.
I saw this little smirk coming up on your face. I was like, this is where it's going.
I was going to go with the Braves and stuff, but no, man, you went right for that jugular, Brent. I like it, man. I was trying to, it's kind of like I'm roasting him, like slow and low. Brent went with that straight up deep fry cook. I like it.
Here's the lineup on a Thursday. We got Storytellers with Vito Stellino. Man, we're really having fun listening to some of the feedback on Storytellers. If you haven't caught it, you can always get it anytime you want. But on the network, actionsportsjacks.com, it plays at 1 o'clock today. And then we've got Fleet and Footy, a new edition, a live one, the Scrap House from last night with Casey and Austin, Young and Norvell at 4 o'clock. They talk a bunch of college football on that show. And High School Football Media Day. For the kids and the coaches, we now have some of this out, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. The 8 o'clock version's 2 hours with coaches. So any of you high school kids want to see it, it's on actionsportsjacks.com at 6 and 8, and we'll continue to play that on the network.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjax.com.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
The moment you bite into a Mason's famous lobster roll, nothing is the same. Suddenly, it's 5 a.m., and you're boarding a lobster boat in Maine, heading out to check your traps, keeping only the best, just like it's been done for nearly a century. Because you can't taste lobster this good without it changing you for good. Mason's famous lobster rolls from the waters of Maine.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
This part is pretty neat, right? Like, this kid's 22. He's been in the league for a year. And he's in Canton, Ohio.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those deals, and I'm not sure. I don't know how long it will be there or if it will be there for a super long time until somebody breaks it. Because the way the Hall of Fames work is you commemorate some of these moments. It doesn't necessarily have to be official or in a Hall of Fame. Like if you go to the Baseball Hall of Fame, there's plenty of things in there that aren't like that guy's in the Hall of Fame. Like I think I haven't been there in a while now. Have you been to Baseball Hall of Fame, Hamby?
Yes.
Have you been?
No.
You got to go to that sometime.
I know, man. I know. I'm slacking.
Seriously.
I know.
Like, I mean, I know it's like, well, I'm not a big Hall of Fame guy either. Like, I'm not a museum guy and all that stuff. I just don't. It's like, okay. But you really should go to the Baseball Hall of Fame sometime. Everybody should. Just even to see Cooperstown because it's a cool town. Like, it's just a neat town and, you know, Americana if you want. But also some great, I think it's the best Hall of Fame with all due respect to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which is also very good. They've done a great job with the Hall of Fame. I've been there multiple times, like 25 years ago and obviously recently with Baselli. But they'll have like even McGuire and Sosa, I think, in the Hall of Fame. I think they
Those
do.
moments,
Hamby,
how can you not?
Right? But even though those guys aren't in the Hall of Fame is my point.
Well, here's my question then about that kick. You know, so when Cam Big sends his stuff into the Hall of Fame, I call him Cam Big, by the way. Get it? Okay.
I get it.
Okay, I got you. So when Cam Big sends his stuff into Canton, like, does it do they keep it there for a second and then it?
Well, that's what I was kind of getting at. I feel like it will be there. I feel like that moment will be documented until somebody kicks it more than 70.
But I'm saying, like, so what did he send there? It was jersey or
in a
cleat?
jersey.
Okay, so
Well,
but will it be hanging up? I know, but like, will it be hanging up forever?
I guess it's like that
until somebody breaks it.
Yeah, I think it'll be in like a glass case.
Okay,
like one of those display cases that probably is rotational.
Sure,
that they can change out, but they might not change out.
Gotcha. See, I didn't know like if it was just one of those things where like they showcase it for a bit and then they take it down, or if it's always there.
Yeah, it could be either. It could be both.
Gotcha.
I don't know either. I don't know which one's classified in, but I do think there are some that stay up there for until the next guy does it.
Yeah.
So pretty cool for Cam Little to do that. Havies Burner says you should go to the African American Museum in D.C. I've never been. I've been to D.C., but I haven't been to any of the museums.
I've been to one. I think it was the Smithsonian.
Or the monuments or anything. I haven't done the whole D.C. thing, which is kind of crazy because I have been there, and I've been to a lot of places now, but I've never done the whole White House thing or Smithsonian thing. And quite frankly, just in general, all the museums, I'm not sure when I'm going to go. Mm-hmm. I'm sure someday in 25 years, Steph and I will be just going up and down the East Coast and dropping into these places, right? Is that what you do when you get old?
Guess so.
I feel like it, Brent.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah.
We
those
really
days
should check
are
out the history. We're getting close to expiring here, so we could check out the history.
Well, but if you're in a town, don't you? I mean, don't you want to check out what it's known for?
I tell you, man, there are two things. Yes,
but
there are two things that do nothing for me.
Museums, huh?
Museum and hiking.
Really?
It just is
hiking is.
I just can't. I'm sure if somebody dragged me on and I'm doing it, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's I say this about often about getting a sub.
Okay.
That's how weird I am.
Let's hear this.
I don't crave getting a sub from
a
Pub
sub,
or Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike's or you name it.
Okay.
I never crave. If I'm looking for something to do, eat lunch, never. Okay. But if I go, I really like it.
Of course.
But I never go on my own. Somebody's got to
go out of your way to
I'm
get
the same way.
I just don't crave. I'll stop at 50 places before I'll stop and get a sub, and I love it when I'm there and get it. But I just never go. And I'm kind of the same way with this stuff, with hiking and with anything it's not historical per se, but just museums in general. There's some great ones around the country, and yeah, I'm not I'm going to do that today.
Yeah.
I just don't get that. I don't know why that is.
But then, okay, let me ask you this. No, I mean, hey, I appreciate it. I get it. But then, okay, but what do you do if you're in a city? What's your just chill in the hotel? What are you doing?
Well,
what do you Okay,
if I go to Washington, I walk downtown and I walk by it all, and kind of feel the city and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
I'm not
That's
even
fair.
going to Philly. I've been a bunch of times. I gotta go read about the Liberty Bell. I appreciate people that do it. I mean, it's great history and all that stuff. I mean, I grew up in Providence, which is an hour from Boston. And I hardly went to Boston. The only time I remember going to Boston was once I got out of college, and Steph and I and her family went because they wanted to see it. And also, when we were a kid, we went to the field trips, and you go to the Boston Museum of Science. Mm-hmm. And that was a field trip that they took you there.
Yeah.
But my parents never took me to the Boston Museum. It's a great museum, apparently.
Yeah.
They never took me.
Oh my God.
Which I should probably do it here in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
See some of the things.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong with me.
No, I mean, hey, to each their own. I appreciate, because to be fair, you can go to a museum or you can just go walk around the city and get a feel for that city.
I do like the vibe of walking around a city.
Yeah.
Because it's so different than Jacksonville.
It is.
The big Chicago's or Philly's.
I just always make it a habit, and it has to be for instance, I told you I went to Nashville. They have the Johnny Cash Museum or the zoo. I picked the zoo, but they have a bunch of country music museums.
Yeah.
It did nothing for me.
Kind of the same
right?
way.
But
and I like country music.
Yeah, but if we're talking about an art museum, if we're talking about a science museum, is art my main thing? No, but I can still appreciate talented people.
Yeah.
It's hard to appreciate country music because it's such a niche kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate art on a general whole. I can appreciate science on a general whole.
I get it.
You know?
I feel like I feel like it's very much like the sub. If I go, I'll enjoy it. But it's also a little
someone's
bit
gotta
to
drag
me,
you.
But it's also a little bit to me like Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of going to the mall and hearing the music and all that stuff. But dude, after an hour and a half, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my attention span or what, but I'm gonna start getting sick after an hour and a half of shopping in the mall with the fam.
Yeah.
We went, we did it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I could probably do a Hall of Fame in an hour and be cool.
Yeah.
I don't need to see every nook and cranny of it.
That's fair.
All right, what are we doing here? Let's get. We're all over the place today, and I kind of like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take you through Olivia Tassley's tweeting because today we got a scrimmage.
Do we need some music behind this or not?
Yeah, that actually would be a bad idea. I wish I thought of it. So Jags are like full scrimmage mode. Benches and tents included. Like they brought it in like it's a game.
Yeah.
And Travis Hunter's playing defense. There we go. Liv's checking in on the mysterious tweet for us.
Nice.
Because 6 out of 14 plays involved ETN. Drive ends with the Tank Bigsby touchdown. Wonder if he'll tweet about it. What emoji's Tank going to use today after practice?
He's going like the celebration one for sure.
Second team in. It's a show for the running back draft picks, Tootin and Allen, before a field goal drive. More heavy ETN.
Mm-hmm.
Then Johnny Wolford. You got excited about a Johnny Wolford play here in a little bit. This isn't just first team, second team, though. You've seen a lot of Wolford and even Hennigan. And, oh my, says Liv. Wolford to Lassiter. Wolford would have been sacked, though. Looks like everybody's staying healthy so far. They got Trevor to Strange complete, Trevor to Brown, Trevor to Hunter. He's now at wide receiver, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of flags out there. Trevor looks frustrated, according to Liv. And that's where we stand 12 minutes ago. Nice job, Liv. Thanks for sharing with us. But I said to you, I think it was in a commercial break. I don't think I said this during the last segment. We're not out there, so I don't know how hard they're going, but we know the scrimmage. And here's why they're scrimmaging, in my opinion. I'm going to say this before even Liam would say it. They wanted to practice with another team. Like, they wanted it to work out where they could practice probably with the Saints this week. Yep. They couldn't figure it out. Mm-hmm. And so they're practicing with the Dolphins, and we're still a little peculiar about this. Why just one day of practice instead of two? We've never really seen that.
It's got to be a Miami thing.
Yeah, I don't know why. And by the way, if you want to feel good about yourself right now, go practice against the Miami Dolphins. At least that's what most people would say.
No problem.
the
Get
Lions,
right practices, man.
Did you see the Lions practice against them?
Amon-Ra St. Brown have a day.
Yeah, they
I think my son's team needs to go practice the Miami Dolphins a little bit, go against them, and
Miami
get some
looks
confidence.
Messy. I don't know if August will relate to the rest of the season, but Miami looks messy.
And you see what Jalen Ramsey said too about I forgot who's it might have been with Fred Taylor, like the pivot he does.
Oh, really?
I think it might have been with him. Well, it was at Pittsburgh though, and he was talking about how he appreciated Miami, letting him go because he wanted to play for a contender and a good. I'm like, okay, I thought Miami a couple years. I didn't know they're like that much out of contention.
They're already
now.
shedding.
Is
the view then
exactly
right?
Like Jalen Ramsey made it sound like it's kind of like Miami's not going anywhere.
And while I think it's an interesting deal from and I get what Ramsey's saying, I'm not sure. Pittsburgh's got a lot of question marks, but you could see if it all goes well that they could be a really good contender.
Yeah.
So I get it.
It was according to Ryan, it was on Pivot. Yeah, thank you, Ron. Appreciate you.
Was that recently?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I saw it. It may have been for like the start of training camp, but I saw it like a couple days ago.
Yeah, probably a pretty good one with Jalen Ramsey. We had a shot of Jalen Ramsey the other day, like during our pregame show, and I didn't even recognize him.
Really?
Yeah, long dreads.
Yeah, I did not recognize him.
Oh, yeah,
now,
man.
a lot of times, sometimes like the angle of the TV, that when we're out there doing the countdown to kickoff show, I can't really get a good look. But I was like, why are we talking about Ramsey here? That's not him. That's not like literally crossed my mind. It's like, well, I haven't seen him in a while, I guess. But anyway, the scrimmage, I think this is basically his answer to saying, hey, I wanted to practice against somebody, so we're going to practice hard against ourselves.
Yeah.
This is pretty unusual, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's Ramsey.
Dang, man.
That's Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, that's a little wild.
Dude,
I guess I
would
haven't
not
seen
have
him in a
guessed
minute.
if you just popped that up.
No.
I would not have guessed that's Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, growing him out, man. Good for him.
Well, it's not only that. Like, I think it's the mustache.
Not only that.
No, seriously. It's the facial hair. And by the way, he's so much more like, he's just bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a grown man now. It's been 9 years.
Been a long time.
It would have seriously taken me a little bit to get Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who he looks like. Yeah, that
Brent's
shot right there
blocked
when he
again.
smiles a little bit better.
Yeah,
Like now you can see it. But I at first when I saw it, this is what I said right there. I was like, is that Denard Robinson?
Oh, shoelace. Is she still coaching?
I don't know what Denard's doing.
Yeah.
But he actually looked like Denard Robinson on the pro.
I can see that a little bit.
But anyway, what does the scrimmage say to you, and what does it say about playing Sunday? You do get an extra day.
I know. I mean, the way I look at it is like if you're gonna scrimmage and you're going all out here, it seems like, right? Like I think we can all say like this is a real deal scrimmage. Then it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so you got 2 days to rest, and then you play on Sunday. I don't think so, Brent. So like I think I don't see a lot of starters playing if this is the focus on the scrimmage. Now you know how I feel about this. I would much rather focus on the scrimmage and the task at hand, playing against a different team, right? Getting different looks, playing in front of a different crowd. Like I think that all goes into preparation. But maybe like they want to have a little more control of the plays that are called and everything just to get some different looks, and that's okay too if you're Liam Cohen and company. So that makes sense. But I have a hard time believing they're going to scrimmage as hard as they can today and then play on Sunday as well.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Now you are seeing a mix. It's not a heavy first team. Mm-hmm. Well, it's probably heavy. It's a normal practice thing, but you're seeing the other guys get in there too. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they're saying, hey, we're going to scrimmage just the first teamers and then these guys will be ready to go. I don't know if it says it. That extra day, I think, opens the door for them to play on Sunday. But they had a physical practice, I would say, because they had pads and goal line stuff on Tuesday. Now a scrimmage on Thursday. Day off in between. Obviously, the next couple of days will be lighter going into the game. Not to say they can't practice. Like next week, I just think it's a given. They're going to practice for 2.5 hours against the Dolphins. They're going to play Saturday night. They're not playing in that game. Sure. The starters. This one, I'm still a little. We'll find out tomorrow. I mean, Cohen's not talking today. He's talking tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I don't. This, by the way, I also don't think this is a reaction to anything that happened Saturday or camp. I think this was pre-planned because, again, he wanted to probably practice with another team, just couldn't make the logistics work out.
And one could make an argument, too, where if they do plan on playing some of the starters on Sunday, this could be like a traditional game week, right, where they have but usually I feel like hard practices are always on Wednesdays compared to Thursday.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's still Wednesday.
But then
No, you're right. It'd still be Wednesday.
Usually it's Wednesday because Monday is like, you recap. Tuesday you have off. Then Wednesday I feel like would be the hard practice. Thursday you ease into the weekend. But maybe they want to switch it up a little bit and say, okay, we're going to practice like hard during the week on a Thursday, have a fast Friday, Saturday is the walkthrough, and then Sunday could be the game. Like that could be the possibility as well.
Yeah, I was thinking of this, and I don't know why, but I wonder where you get the plan for the month. Like, does he call? I'm sure the coaches are helpful. Does he call McVay and Todd Bowles? It's like, hey, this is my first training camp plan, right? Like, do you like how does this look? You just talk amongst your staff. I mean, again, like nobody in that building, because nobody's been a head coach, has had to put this plan together. And it's an important thing, like how you space it out, how the players respond to it, how you recover. Obviously, you're working with your sports science staff. But I was kind of thinking about that. I'm like, who does he bounce this off? Like, this is our plan. And it looks like they've stuck to the plan pretty well, which means he thinks it's going pretty well.
Well, keep in mind, too, Brent, like, yeah, maybe he interacts with, his peers and everything, but he's also been through NFL training camps, not as a head coach, but, like, I mean, he's been part of them. I mean, like, offensive coordinators help plan things as well. Yeah. Right? So I think he's got, even though he's not the head coach per se, it's his first year doing that, but he's had experience in terms of a camp install, what that's supposed to look like.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, he's not blind to it. I just think at the same time, you're like, hey.
He's asking ChatGPT.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Getting ready for my first NFL training camp. What should I do?
Well, you play for a guy that changed it up all the time.
Come on, Jack?
Yeah. I mean, Jack changed camps like the style of camp, the time of camp, the this of camp, the flow of camp, like a lot. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's an easy thing. I think you're waiting to see how your team's going to respond. Yeah. And he doesn't have any evidence of, hey, this has worked for me. He only has, this has worked for us.
But also with the CBA, though, now, Brent, I think it's different, too, in terms of,
easier.
Like when you had, like, real two-a-days, I mean, I feel like coaches could do whatever they wanted. Like, now there's a certain set of rules you have to abide by.
Yeah. I think it's been an interesting week of practice for the Jags coming off that game. And, again, some of this was scheduled. But the attention to detail on Monday, the amount of times they rep just lining up to obviously the padded practice, which led to some goal line, which led to a tweet. And then Thursday, here they scrimmage and then get ready for the New Orleans Saints. I still think it's a bit of a mystery on who's going to play on Sunday, and we'll probably get a little more insight on that tomorrow. Udinsky talks today after practice. Cohen will talk tomorrow after practice. Let's stay on schedule here, and we'll talk a little more football. We got fantasy football conversation coming up in the noon hour. We'll recycle some of the top headlines, and we'll see what else is coming out of Jags practice today. Action Sports' Marcel Robinson and Olivia Tassley are both there. And we go fishing here in a little bit, too. And by the way, a big name in the fishing world. Well, he wasn't a big name in the fishing world, but now he is a big name in the fishing world, at least to some. We'll talk about what all that means on the way. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. And this does feel like a spoof commercial.
Man.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't feel real.
The writing was on the wall for a long time.
Listen, I don't hate on Jake Fromm, man. I thought that dude was good at Georgia.
Yeah.
He was.
Obviously didn't translate to the NFL, but he hung around for a bit. And now he's going to go make some money.
Come on, baby.
What is Sterling Seacrest Pritchard? I don't know, but they're the dream team.
I mean, it sounds like a law firm, doesn't it?
It does. Either that. I feel like it's some kind of financial advisor.
Oh,
type
yeah,
thing,
for sure. But I'm
right?
just saying it.
I bet he does well.
Of course.
Especially
man.
up in Atlanta, man. You tell those Georgia Bulldog stories. I want to talk to Jake. I want lunch with Jake Fromm. Heck yeah.
You're in.
What a missed opportunity for State Farm.
I was thinking the same thing, man.
Who you
it just
telling?
like flows.
It writes itself.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
I've been telling you about CG Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with the purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
What we got here? You know whose boat that is? Austin?
No, I think so.
I know.
I mean, I'm trying to like
be a
find
lot
a
of
name or
people's
something.
boat.
Well, I was trying to like find any kind of context clues, but I got nothing.
Yeah.
Catch 23 is the boat name.
23.
Catch 23.
Oh, that's MJ right there.
Yeah, very good.
Nice. That's MJ's boat.
Yeah, you're going to see him here in just a second.
Yeah, so he's a big fisherman. You've told us about that before, Paul Dozier.
Yeah, he's actually from somebody that just got into it kind of cold turkey. He started off as the chartering a boat out of Stewart, Captain V.J. Bell, let's call it 10 or 15 years ago, and maybe another captain down there named Scott Fawcett, who I know both of those guys, and he took a liking to it, and I think we all know he likes to gamble a little bit.
Yeah.
And so these fishing tournaments fit his deal perfectly, and he's got the biggest, baddest boat and a great crew, and
so he has a obviously it's a nice boat, but like compared to other people's boats,
there's comparable boats fishing. I mean, his isn't like, it's probably the nicest boat in the tournament because it's brand new. It's a year old, and it's a 82-foot Bayless, which is a custom Carolina boat.
How much something like that?
It's probably $10-12 million boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to spend it on something if you, Michael.
I mean, he can't spend the interest he's making.
Yeah,
I wouldn't imagine, right?
No, he can't. But so that was the White Marlin tournament up in Maryland, right?
Yeah, the White Marlin Open is the largest billfish tournament in the world. And the guy that won the tournament is a guy named John Duffy, who builds another custom sport fishing boats called Duffy Boat Works, and now he's won it twice, and he won over $4 million for that White Marlin last week.
Wow.
Jordan won about $400,000.
What's it to get in that?
Well, that's the catch. The all in the Calcutta is $110,000.
Okay.
So it's a big buy-in. This big boys. Wow. This is not a
$4 million. That dude won.
$4 million. Yeah,
big investment though, Brent, to get in there.
If you take a look
it's a
at
high roller tournament.
Yeah, it's big. They had 272 boats.
Wow.
Now, not everybody's across the board. You can get in different levels of different things. Like most people aren't across the board. Like there's a winner take all White Marlin that's $50,000,
okay,
something along those lines.
It's a $30 million pool, though.
Yeah. Well, take a look. If you go to whitemarlinopen.com or whatever it is, and you can look at the payouts. The tuna, whoever caught the biggest tuna, won over $1 million. Jordan won 400. There was a blue marlin, a 927-pound blue marlin that was caught that won over $1 million. So they pay out like $7 million.
This could be a dumb question because obviously like travel and everything, but like, do you have these kind of tournaments like internationally? Like in Europe, are they doing like these giant fishing? Nothing, huh? It's like a U.S. thing.
There was a tournament in Cabo years ago called the Bisbees that was huge money, and they have big tournaments in the Bahamas that are big money, but nothing like this. The key, the White Marlin Open's in Ocean City, Maryland's where it's based out of, and if you think about it, people have asked me, why don't we have tournaments like that around here? Well, we don't have a place to put 250, 70-foot sport fishing boats. We don't have the marinas to house them. They have a marina up there called Sunset Marina that's just unbelievable.
Well, you saw how busy it was in that video too.
Well, that's the secondary marina, and of course, there was a huge crowd there to see Michael Jordan.
Which makes sense.
Word got out. I got the word early that he had they had boated a fish. And White Marlin Open tried to keep it quiet as long as they could because they knew that the masses would come. So, but,
I saw some of the video because I was actually watching their live stream.
Yeah,
and you he was good with them. He was good with the people and stuff. I mean, he's got nowhere to go. I mean, he's by the way, he's also most of the people that are over there are of a certain class. I'm assuming
that's right.
In that event.
That's right.
So. He's hanging around. Blue marlin, by the way, 929 pounds, Barbara B.
Yes.
929
pounds. They caught that fish. They caught that fish in 14 minutes. And if you see I don't know if you can find a picture of that fish, but they caught the fish in 14 minutes, and there's a big gash in the back of the fish. Usually, if you catch a fish that size, a blue marlin, it's on heavy tackle, and it takes hours, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Well, this fish, it apparently got gut hooked or something and kind of came up upside down in 15 minutes. And they stuck the first gaff in the fish and kind of thought they had him. And then they stuck a second gaff in the fish, and the fish came to life. And you got to think about it, almost 1,000-pound fish just went absolutely crazy and ripped the gaff out. There's a big gash out of the top of the fish. And they ended up getting him. Luckily, the second gaff, the guy actually, the first gaff shot, the guy kind of gaffed it from kind of mid-fish, and it held on. The second gaff, you're supposed to gaff a fish in the shoulder, like under the dorsal fin, and the guy that gaffed it properly, that's the gaff that ripped out. The guy that kind of, he got him good, luckily, but, it's just
that's wild.
It's crazy.
1,000 pounds shaking and thrusting.
That's amazing, man.
Kidding?
Yeah, that's a fight, right? Or usually, as you said, a couple hours worth.
I've got a video that's probably not appropriate for air that I'll show you that they didn't want to release, but a friend of a friend sent it to me, and I'll show it to you, and you'll see how the power this fish has. It's just unbelievable.
I would imagine. Paul Dozier with us. Let's go fishing. Presented by Nimbic Buick GMC. And Armor Guard Exteriors, got our helmet of NorthFlorida.com. And send in your catches each and every week, by the way. Talking a little bit about Michael Jordan in this White Marlin tournament. I'm going to ask you the dumbest question of all. Maybe. What's the difference between a White Marlin and a Blue Marlin?
Okay, that's a really good question.
Other than about 850 pounds, as I'm looking at it.
That's the biggest thing. A White Marlin's a smaller fish. 100-pound White Marlin is an absolute giant. I think the world record is probably around 125 or 130 pounds, maybe 150. I don't know. But the world record Blue Marlin's 1,700 pounds, and they say that the people think there's a tonner out there, 2,000-pounder. They think that could be caught. So a White Marlin's a smaller fish. They're a more finessed fish. I love White Marlin. They jump all over the ocean, but that's what they're known for up there in the Northeast is White Marlin.
So you got to go up there to get them.
Well, we catch them occasionally here. We catch them in the Bahamas, but they have big numbers of them up there. And this time of year in the late summer and fall. And now my friend is fishing this week in another tournament out of Manteo, North Carolina. It's called the Pirates Cove Billfish Tournament. He's actually fishing on the Catch 23, Michael Jordan's boat. Jordan's not fishing this week, but they caught 10 White Marlin day before yesterday.
Wow.
So in most tournaments, a Blue Marlin's worth, let's just say, a Blue Marlin release is worth 500 points, and a White Marlin release would be worth 200 points, and a sailfish release would be worth 100 points. Now, a but in the white marlin open, because it's a white marlin open, and that's what their prevalent fish is this time of year. Then the biggest white marlin wins all the money, wins the most, not all the money, but wins the
$3.9 million to what Paul said earlier. And
Yeah.
second place was almost $400,000, and then the blue marlin, which is actually almost 1,000-pound fish, $1.2 million for Barbara B out of Atlantic Beach. So that's Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. Not
Paul, 2 questions for you. What's like the hardest fish to try to reel in? Is like a blue marlin just because it's so big? And then number 2, like, do they all kind of have like the same behavior where like once you hook it, it's like, okay, he's getting ready to jump, like do you plan for it the same, or is each fish's behavior different? So which fish is the hardest to reel in, and then do they have the same kind of behaviors?
Well, I think the hardest fish probably to reel in would be a bluefin tuna, because a bluefin tuna, a marlin or a billfish, now they'll sound sometimes, which means they go deep, but a lot of times they jump, and these guys in these big boats, they back up on them real quick, go back down on them and get a release, or in this case, gaff the fish, while the fish is still green, or the fish is still like doesn't quite understand what's going on, hadn't figured out. A lot of times people will catch a 400 or 500 pound fish in 1 minute. The fish, you hook the blue marlin, and the fish, they kind of sit there and they're like, something, I got a something going on in my mouth. It's a little hook with an 80-pound leader, and the fish will sit there and shake his head and stick his head out of the water, and they back down, grab the leader, and break it off. That's a caught fish. That's a release.
Oh, okay.
Which actually is better for the fish than fighting it till they're spent, and fight it for 3-4 hours on heavy gear, and then you get it up there, and the fish is all bronzed out, and that way the fish is just like, well, that was weird, and he just swims off and goes on to his next meal. Got a little tiny hook in the corner of his mouth, never even knows it probably, which will rust out, by the way, and
not impact the fish.
Right, absolutely. So many recaptures. My friend caught not to change the subject off of this, but my friend caught a blue marlin in May out of St. Simon's Island, Georgia, that was caught the previous fall in the Dominican Republic.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Pretty cool stuff.
Well, wait a minute. How do you know that?
So they tagged it.
Oh, they did?
The guy in the Dominican tagged the fish. The Billfish Foundation has a tagging system. They released it. He caught the fish, saw the tag in the fish, grabbed the tag, pulled the tag off the fish, released the fish again, and there's a number on the tag, and you call into the Billfish Foundation. They tell you where it was captured, the estimated size. That's pretty cool stuff.
Oh, by the way, I just looked it up real quick, and I'm getting mixed. It's either 800 miles or 1,100 miles between Dominican Republic and St. Simon's Island, Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That dude traveled. He swam a little bit.
Yeah, they don't sit still. They don't sit still. That's for sure.
And then, Paul, you mentioned the bluefin tuna is the hardest thing to reel in. Why is
they're extremely strong, and they're extremely big. They can get up to 1,000 pounds too, and they go straight down, and they just dog you. A billfish will jump. And a lot of times the big ones will go down and sound, but usually eventually they'll come up. They'll come up. They're not comfortable. A tuna is a hard fight and tough sucker. It's like a bulldog, and he's down there deep, and you got to work him up on heavy tackle. And there's not a lot of 1,000-pound bluefin tuna has been caught in 15 minutes. You watch Wicked Tuna. I'm sure we've all watched Wicked Tuna. A lot of that's made for TV, but it's they're really, really incredible fish.
That's pretty well. What we could do on this show? We could get terminology, almost like hockey. Hockey terminology is different. He says sound. We have to guess what that means.
I like that little quiz.
Yeah, because there are probably a lot of things like that in the fishing world. Do you have a favorite terminology in the fishing world?
I don't know. I don't even think about it.
The word "the."
That's right.
It's a spoken language, man. It's like,
But for our ears, it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I would never guess sounding.
I could think about it. I don't. Like when I talk to my fishing buddies about their fishing trip or whatever, and I'm talking, and Lauren says, what are you even talking about?
I would probably be the same way.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get to Captain Roger. He's got the inshore report for this week, and I feel like there's a lot of shrimp talking this time of year, and I think Captain Roger's doing that once again with, by the way, a tropical development in the Atlantic too.
Captain Roger here with your Action Sports Inshore Fishing Report for Northeast Florida. It's August 14th, and we have a hurricane out in the Atlantic. And anytime you get those tropical systems approaching Florida, even though they don't hit us, as long as it's approaching, it seems to pick up the fishing. And boy, the fishing is picked up. It's got a little slow this week because of the hot weather, but with the cooler temperatures coming into this weekend, I think from that storm, and a little bit of coolness matters, like 5-10 degrees matters big time. You're going to see redfish continue to bite well. Trout will be biting early or late in the afternoons. What you want to do with the redfish and trout is top waters or a shrimp type lure, a lure that mimics a shrimp, a DOA shrimp. They make a lot of different shrimps. Twitch them, pause them, you'll be surprised. These fish are really locked into these shrimp lures, especially tarpon, everything, jack crevalle. Even though you see a lot of mullet and stuff out there, a lot of these inshore species are locked in on shrimp. Flounder, with the exception of flounder, you're going to do better with using mullet, finger mullet, or mud minnows if you're looking for those. Even pogies. I've seen some guys catching some pogies. Anything with a bait fish, the flounder, you're going to do a lot better with them. And then a bonus is sheephead. I've noticed in a lot of sheepshead, especially in these incoming tides, clear water, you'll be surprised. A bridge piling 30 feet deep, and those sheephead will be up there right up near the surface, chewing on oysters. Perfect for sight fishing if you got a fiddler crab. Just flip a fiddler crab in front of them, and you'll do well catching a few sheephead. Until next week, this is Captain Roger Bump with your Action Sports Inshore Fishing Report. And if you're having a hard time fishing, you can always hire me at JacksonvilleFishingTrips.com, 904-866-8055, and we'll get you tuned up and get you catching these fish out here in Jacksonville, Florida. Until next week, this is your captain, Roger Bump.
I'll tell you what, Captain Roger ain't messing around. You know, he's been with us on the Let's Go Fishing Report, presented by Dimmick Buick GMC and Armor Guard Exteriors. You know, check those guys out at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. And that's actually where I met Captain Roger when we were talking about doing this segment, along with obviously Paul and what he does for us. And I think Cap was shooting that by himself with the iPhone, had a little selfie stick. And then he also's got the microphone now. He's not messing around, man.
Cap, yeah. That's at the Arlington boat ramp. I grew up literally. Throw a stone. I grew up at that boat ramp. I know that boat ramp well. He's right there downtown area. And I think what Captain Roger said, is great advice. You know, we've talked about this before as well. If you're a novice fisherman, you're new to the area, and you're struggling a little bit, or even if you just think about getting into it, go get a guide, right? Captain Roger's a great guy, great fisherman, and it will limit your frustrations because fishing is not easy. At least you'll have a good start of how to rig properly, how to have the right. I mean, it's not real cool to go charter the guy, then go anchor up on a spot every day, you know, for the rest of the summer. But at least he'll show you and give you pointers. And there's many good guides. There's many guides around here that aren't so good, too. So if you ever have a question, if anybody's ever interested in that, you can feel free to email Brent, and he'll ask me. And Captain Roger's very good. But if you want to fish other areas like St. Augustine, something like that, or wherever you're interested in, then Captain Roger doesn't go there. I mean, I would highly recommend Captain Roger. I mean, he catches fish. He's been catching fish since I was a kid. You know, he's an excellent fisherman.
That's good advice right there, too. But you can also pick the wrong one, so don't just like Google and go. You might want a little word of mouth.
Yeah, well, a lot of these people go buy themselves an expensive boat, and they end up using it once a quarter.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot less money to hire a guide or hire a good fisherman or a good guide that's fun to be around and has a good time, and you'll actually have success and catch fish. You don't have to deal with the headaches of boat ownership, and you know it'll be better for you. So
you learn some things too, along the way.
Right. And if you fall in love with it, then go buy the boat.
It's good advice. Paul Dozier with us each and every week. Jason Hamby has joined the fray, and speaking of throwing stones, this is a good time to throw some stones Hamby's way. Remember a few weeks ago where Hamby was like dead set on those Georgia Bulldog plates everywhere based off recent success.
It's going to sit back here quick.
Well,
Get ready.
Paul sent me an image couple weeks ago. He did some research. He's got friends in high places.
Yeah. Hamby didn't really think that there was more Georgia play. Hamby, I mean, we have to give Hamby a little bit of credit. He was just tickling us a little bit, but he knew he was just trying to get a rise. And I guess it worked, right? I mean, he at least got me to bother this lady and waste her time to come up with some real statistics. So.
Yeah. So here they are. This is from last year.
It's total horse crap.
I don't see Georgia anywhere.
Yeah.
Wait, where's Georgia now?
I don't see them. We've got Florida, the Jags. Florida's more than the Jags.
This is Duval County, by the way. This is Duval.
Bulldogs can't even hang up with the Sea Turtles, man. Where you at, Georgia?
Yeah. Why are the Gators more than the Jags on the license plate game? That surprises me a little bit.
Oh, Brent.
Well,
seriously.
That was November. I have some little bit more recent numbers here.
Okay, one other thing here, before you get to those numbers. What's Endless Summer?
That's that license plate. It's got the.
It's like from the movie and stuff. They had the T-shirts, the surfing thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, it's kind of it's a good look, more of an aesthetic thing, obviously,
Correct.
right? Yeah, okay.
Where's Salt Life?
I'm surprised the. I'm surprised the fishing one's not further up there, but
It takes like a lot to get these, right?
Yeah.
Too like you gotta. It's like
Hamby,
gotta fight
you
for
have
this.
wild dolphins kicking your guys' ass.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, ain't it?
I don't believe it.
well,
I simply,
I mean, what do you
I don't
want from
care.
her?
Like I don't.
I made it up.
Yeah, what do you want?
Paul would come on the show?
That's a
and have
professional
bad
looking
info?
graph.
Well, Hamby.
That's not AI. Like what?
Hamby, that was from November of 2024, so maybe it's changed. But I have the numbers from August of 2025.
Wow, this is up.
Yeah, this is updated,
wow,
and this comes from the St. Johns County head tax collector. So if you think it's fake news, Hamby, you can
Take it up with them.
Yeah, take it up with them. As of August 2025, UF plates for St. Johns County, 3,260.
Okay.
Georgia plates for St. Johns County, 675.
That's a 10-8 round if I ever heard one.
Yeah. Duval County, Hamby says, oh, St. Johns County. St. Johns County doesn't count.
Yeah.
Duval County, 6,644 Florida license plates, 1,245 Georgia.
1,200.
So
Y'all must be in hiding, man. I don't
It's
see
about
them.
600%, Hamby. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought it would be 10-1, honestly. And when I talked to the tax collector, the very nice Jennifer Raven down there, she thought it'd be 10-1 as well. Hamby, you're doing better than I thought, but FSU's like I said the other day, FSU plates are suffering because the Georgia fans and FSU they flip flop back and forth, so they've all traded in their FSU plates for Georgia
That's total
plates.
clownery, and you know it. That's a bunch of bull.
And so maybe.
Let me tell you something, Paul. Here's a fact for you.
Okay.
I was gonna say because how's Hamby to come out? I mean,
Paul,
this
you
is gonna
got
be
bigger
career-ending.
fish to fry in the last 10 minutes because your best defensive player, Cam Banks, was just reported as being in a boot with a lower leg injury.
No.
So what kind of problem do y'all have out there in Gainesville? Every other week there's another
A lot of
guy in a boot.
hangnails down there, buddy. A lot of hangnails.
Do we need to go to interview the strength and conditioning guy?
Do we need to check the police ledger up in Athens, or what are we doing here, Hamby?
Hamby, man, I would pick
At
off.
least we're not sabotaging our own guys with this. I mean, what are we doing with this military-like regimen?
Brent, you gonna stop this, man? You gonna stop this massacre?
Every other week you got another guy. You guys have no idea how to do sports science over there?
I guess not, buddy. I guess not. I guess not.
Why would Georgia even encourage license plates right now? You don't want this. You don't want to be associated with a car right now.
Hey, honestly, I hate to do this, but I have very little talking to do to Georgia about Georgia. Georgia's been kicking the crap out of the Gators on the field for years, since 2020. So, you can't. It's not like Spur used to say. It's not a rivalry if one team wins every year. Yeah. So. Did you guys see the old clip of Spurrier when he was at South Carolina?
It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
like
talking about the
quarterbacks couldn't.
Yeah, the quarterbacks couldn't hit the broadside.
Kickers, they couldn't kick it in the ocean.
That guy's so great.
Leaders, we don't got any leaders.
Yeah, what a great guy.
I say this a bunch, all right, and I don't pretend to know the way back stuff of Spurrier, been around him, I get a little bit of the lure of Spurrier. And I don't know if you have this in like Wisconsin, but I've been doing this for a long time, been a sports fan for a long time. And I don't know if somebody comes across to me with folk hero status more than Spurrier. And the reason I think I feel it is because like our media loves him.
Yeah.
I mean, loves him. Like you ask Hick, you ask other guys, like they love him. And it's like a weird, like, listen, I'm a huge fan of Gus Bradley, right? I mean, Gus Bradley's the man. Like you meet coaches that you really like appreciate and have, they're just good dudes and all this stuff. This is different. Like the Spurrier thing is different. And I mean, from fans I get, but it's really from like you. I mean, I'm assuming you like absolutely like love Spurrier more than anybody.
Well, Spurrier is, he was obviously Hicken and Prosser and all the guys love, all the Gator grads, Frangie, everybody loves Spurrier because they're Gators, and the Gators were doormats.
Yes.
The Gators never won. The Gators never won the SEC until 1990. Well, I mean they won it in '84 on the field, but then they were cheating, so they went on probation, got it stripped away, and '90 as well. They would have won it in '90, and so they didn't officially win the SEC till '91, and. Not only did Spurrier come in and start the fun and gun, he did it at the rival's expense. He just beat the crap out of Georgia, and Georgia never beat the
11-1 against us.
Yeah, I will never forget. I mean, the 1990 Florida beat Georgia 38-7, and I remember I used to, before I started drinking, I could remember everything about everything about the Gators, but I could tell you every score of the Florida Georgia game from 1980. 4 till about 2000 and whatever when I didn't care as much. I don't know what the score was last year now. So, but anyway, 38-7, and I remember walking out of the stadium and the Gator fans were pissed because they didn't score more. They didn't beat them worse. Like we only beat them 38-7. Well, we hadn't beat them in 3 years or whatever, and since '86, and whatever. But Spurrier not only did that, and then he'd make fun of him, and he was funny, and he was everybody hated Spurrier that wasn't a Gator, right?
So that means he was your guy.
Yeah, that right. Everybody hated Spurrier, and then when he retired and he moved on, and now everybody's kind of come to respect Spurrier. I think that's the thing. I think everybody said he was a real ass when he was picking at your team, but you look back on it now, and it was all innocent, and it was all. I mean, he was. I mean, some of the clips you hear James Bates, talking about him and imitating him, talking about, him telling Werfel, you see all those kids over there, Danny, you see all those kids wanting your autographs, you better be careful. They're going to go sell those autographs at the mall, and they're going to buy drugs with those, Danny, and stuff like that. So,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's just, he's a Gator. He's way more beloved than Urban Meyer.
Well, that's the thing, because you said a lot of things that comp to Urban. Not the personality, but beating your rivals and national champion, all those things brought him back and everything else, but it doesn't even compare.
I mean, Brent, you said folk heroes, though. I mean, you have to bring up Mike Leach as well as one of the guys.
That's true.
He reinvented the air raid offense and obviously the personality, which was just
has some Spurrier
an
too.
enigma. He has some Spurrier, has some. I feel like, I mean, a guy's just he was a weirdo coaching football, but like America loved him.
That's an interesting one because he's kind of like America's coach because I don't necessarily know if he's like some like one fan base.
No,
like
I mean,
the Gators.
Everybody loves Mike Leach.
The Gators claim Spurrier, and to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like they were that pissed off when he went to South Carolina in the SEC, which is also kind of weird.
And then he came down here and kicked our tail in the swamp.
Yeah.
And
so again, listen, I'm not criticizing at all. I'm just an acknowledgement that I think it's one of the most unique relationships of a head coach or sports figure that, quite frankly, I've ever seen.
Like, he's a Heisman Trophy winner, came back,
Well, there's all of that, right? And now he's still back.
Yeah.
Which is also cool. And he's still that same guy.
Oh, he's funny.
If you have a 5-minute conversation with him, it's the voice, it's the everything. Yeah. So I get it. Paul Dozier, thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah, get out there and go fishing, guys. We didn't talk a whole lot about fishing, but Captain Roger had it on the shrimp run. First Northeaster, we're getting late August into September. You get the mullet run, which is an awesome time. So get out there and get them. Good luck to everybody.
Yeah, we brought you in to talk license plates.
Man. Yeah,
We'll do that again next week. Right?
That's our Let's Go Fishing. Again, send them in, sports@actionnewsjacks.com. If you've got any catches here in the month of August, we'll highlight you. Not just Michael Jordan every week on the segment, but also presented by Nimick Buick GMC and Armor Guard Exteriors Gutter Helmet of North Florida.com. Noon hour right around the corner, including our recycled headlines. How'd the Jags look in the scrimmage? What are they saying? Plus a little fantasy football conversation. And the judge stops by. He's right over there. Costume change coming.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater, plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between. Juggling my show, Jags Social, to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night
at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Oh, yeah, did you see this?
Yeah, Aaron Donald?
Yeah, I think, how's this being received? People crushing him?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure he's getting crushed a little bit. I haven't seen a lot of the feedback or the dialogue to this.
I saw one tweet, right, where it's like, Aaron Donald's kid runs full speed into and collides with his dad. Like, it's like, that's not full speed, man. Like,
I think it's going to be okay.
I think, I'm not going to, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
No, hey, I'm with you, man.
But my only thought on it was like, is he just introducing him to the idea, like, this is what football is too, right? Like, hey, you're going to knock heads.
Yeah.
Like, what does it even feel like? Because I've never played football like that, so I've never been hit. So even just from a little hit, like, what does it feel like inside a helmet? What's that sensation like?
Yeah.
But anyway, this is Twitter being self-righteous Twitter to
Of
me.
course. Like, listen, I can sit here and watch, like, this is like a while ago. There's like a Pop Warner video, like, where these kids, like, there's one kid who didn't really know what he was doing, and he got absolutely decleated, and he should have been out there. Like, yeah, I have an issue with that. This is just a father and a son, I feel like, just being playful.
Yeah,
like,
I think so too.
That's all it is. Like, I don't think there's any malice behind it, any ill intent. It's just like, I mean, honestly, if I don't, have a helmet at my house, so I used to play, but like, if I had a helmet, my son had his helmet, it would bump heads. Like,
I don't. I knew it would be taken,
of course,
wherever it's taken.
But
I don't even see it. But
yeah, and I did see a couple comments. The self-righteous people who had probably never played football before, the concerned parents had something to say about it. I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Yeah, honestly. Now maybe there was more evidence down the road, and you're like, hey, that's a bigger deal. And it initially looked. I just didn't. The video that I saw, it was one of these stupid headlines from an aggregator. Like, this is way more headline than it is substance, in my opinion. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Jason Hamby, Casey Kurtz stops by in a moment. How about our public services? RecyclingSimplified.com. Recycle top headlines of the day here in the noon hour. And really the big story, Maason Smith off the PUP list for the Jags. Pretty significant. He's got 3 weeks. That's plenty of time, right, to get into form by Carolina?
Yeah, I mean, especially if you hear about his work ethic, he should be back in shape, ready to go week 1 against Carolina. I'd love to see that. Still waiting on the Eric Armstead news, but let's be honest here. We're not too concerned about the Eric Armstead news now. I mean, we still should be in terms of depth purposes, but at least you have one of your starting defensive tackles back there, a guy that they expected, to count on a lot, I feel like, this season. That's great news.
Yeah, that's good. And by the way, Armstead, just following Olivia, she was at practice today. Armstead was off to the side, no jersey. In jersey, but no pads. He's been in and out. I haven't seen him, which means he could have been inside, getting work done, all those things. And he was doing sprints at the end of practice today as well. The other big headline, Jag scrimmage today. So how much do you take away from this? How much do you put toward will they play on Sunday? I think we get more of an answer of that on Friday with Liam Cohen. Trevor Lawrence did talk today. Apparently it was pretty sloppy practice today again offensively, or not a great one. I shouldn't say sloppy.
I mean,
but not great.
Hamby, we have stuff from Mark Long here if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, what did you got?
Well, so Hamby just sent this to us. Shout out to Hamby for,
scouring social media.
And this is Mark Long. He says, worst Jaguars offensive practice I've witnessed since Blake Bortles' 5 interception night.
Wow.
At least 7 drop passes, 10 penalty flags, several sacks, and sloppiness all around.
Yeah, Liv says, Trevor
I just thought that was unique because, I had seen some penalty stuff from other people, including Liv, but it didn't seem to be.
Yeah, it was hard to judge whether that's in totality, and Mark doesn't really sugarcoat stuff. So, not surprised. But if that's what it looked like, that's what it looked like. Trevor said they have to clean up the operation, self-inflicted wounds. Let's not. We're going to say that like 14 times a week. This team's not going to be very good. I've already heard it enough, I think. All those mistakes have to get better and cleaner. Some good, some bad. Started strong. The defense had some good plays. Now do you wonder, like you start to wonder, okay, are we seeing enough out of these guys? And should they play on Sunday to get a little momentum? Right now it feels like the Jags had momentum going into that preseason game where, again, yay, everything's good, it's training camp. And now it feels like that has stalled a little bit. Like these questions, what do we have this week? We got Armstead. Is that a bigger story? It's brewing. Where's Maason Smith until today? It's brewing. What's Tank Bigsby tweet? Something's brewing. On top of not playing well, is the defense any better? Is the offense sloppy one every 3 days? Like, how about some consistency here? Well, do you have to shake some of that out? Even Liam Cohen said, hey, we're not going to fix everything in a preseason game. Okay, well, maybe you can fix some of the stuff in a preseason game number 2, and now it's worth playing.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like if today is supposed to be the big day to kind of showcase your physicality and kind of get those quote-unquote game reps in, and once again, if you want to go by what Mark Long was saying, who doesn't sugarcoat things, you probably need to play your guys a little bit then this Sunday as well.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're on the edge of teeter-tottering, do we rest him on Sunday? Do we play him? Like if it went as bad as it supposedly went today, at least what some people are saying, you probably got to at least see a couple series then against the Saints.
Well, you know what I said about earlier this, my problems from a translation standpoint are tackling, which you're not going to fix in camp. You're either good at it or you're not, in my opinion. You can rep it, fundamental it, but it's hard to get better at it because you just don't have a lot of practice doing it until the games.
Okay.
I think penalty flags, when those things happen a lot, that seems to transition into the regular season. And I think drop passes. Now, drop passes have not been a major thing this camp, but when you have like 7 drop passes, according to Mark Long, well, that becomes a thing. That kind of stands out. The other part of this, and we haven't really talked about it, because I don't want to make it a bigger story than it is, but on the heels of 7 drop passes, and I have no idea how many this guy had, but it does look like Brian Thomas Jr. sound like he's been a little frustrated at times at practice as well, if you've seen stuff coming out. Threw his helmet earlier this week. Now, I also caution because he wasn't unbelievable last year in camp.
No,
he's a Sunday
we were singing
guy.
the praises of Calvin Ridley of how great he looked in practice and everything, and then how did that translate to the game? We said Brian Thomas Jr. was a little more quiet at practice, didn't really have that Calvin Ridley training camp bump that we saw from him. And look what happened. So take that for how you want.
It just feels like he's a gamer, and that doesn't mean you can be I'm not saying he's a bad practice player either, but he could have some moments in practice where it's like, hey, how'd he drop that?
Some
Whatever.
guys
and
shine bright when the lights are on. And you know what? I'd rather take that than the other.
Yeah, the alternative to that is we've seen plenty of around here.
Mm-hmm.
So, but just one last thought on this, because I don't think we can dismiss it. When you have some of these inconsistencies, do you chalk it up to camp 3 weeks in? Or are we now starting to get a little level of concern and evidence? Like the ebbs and flows of camp, I understand it. I get it. That's one thing. But 3 weeks in, now a couple of these kind of practices, or one of your worst practices in the middle of August offensively, lining up and dropping passes. Could that be fatigue? Could that be focus? Or is that a major problem? Like, where do you start to go with, all right, now this is a 4-win football team trying to fix things. Let's not get crazy on them. They look like they've got some problems.
No, and once again, I know you're sick and tired of saying this, but it's all about the self-inflicted stuff, right? Yeah. Like, when we talk about, and once again, if you want to take, Mark Long's word here, and they had whatever it was, 10 penalties and then at least 7 drop passes, like, those are on the player. And guess what? Players don't go out there and be like, oh, I'm going to drop some passes today. Hey, let me get some like, obviously everyone knows what's going on, right? Like, you have to practice good, right? You have to practice well. You have to practice great. Like, they're not trying to go out there and self-sabotage. So then if we're seeing the same mistakes of drop balls, if we're seeing the same mistakes of penalty flags, well, then that comes on to getting your coaching message across, because what they're doing right now in terms of the preparation isn't working. So if you have to change around individual drill of, catching balls, do some kind of different drills, so be it. Like, maybe the whole tennis ball thing, maybe that's not working. Maybe try something else, right? And then when we talk about, the penalties, like, once again, something maybe has to change at practice.
Yeah. I don't Yeah, I don't want to panic on it, but I also don't want to dismiss it, I guess, is where I'm at. I mean,
yeah.
and where does the frustration level go to when it's like, when's that time for Cohen and the coaching staff is like, oh, boy, right? I mean, I always think that. You assemble a team, you think you know what you have, and then you get out there and you're like, this can be in the draft, this can be a free agent acquisition, and you're like, damn, that guy's even better than I thought he was going to be. Like, I had this level of expectation, he's really good. Or I had this level of expectation, that's not going to work. That happens. They don't admit it. They don't say it a lot. That happens. They're like, we're in trouble here. Like, there could be that on this football team that we just don't know about. They do within the walls. But then there's this other thing that's like, we're now 23 days away. We should be getting this. And we're not. Like, on your level of where we are or should be, we're back here. We got a lot of catching up to do. That's a problem. And if that is the case, that's a big problem for this football team because out of the gates, they can't have much of that. They got to go win that first game. And quite frankly, they can't be a bad football team trying to find their way in the first 6-7 weeks, or they're going to look up and be 2-5 at the best.
No, without a doubt. And here's the thing, too. Once again, let's talk about the Saints game this Sunday, where if it was truly as bad as it was, as it sounds at least, today with that scrimmage, I mean, how you can justify sitting guys out there? Like, yes, I understand injuries,
Yeah.
but like at some point as a coaching staff, you got to be like, hey, if it's not working at practice, we got to at least get more reps in, a game-like feel.
Also, I think it actually makes your decision easier. It's like screw it. Like, I mean, we can't worry about injuries. We got to worry about being able to operate.
Oh yeah, look,
right?
Make no mistake about it. If the ones aren't playing this Sunday, I'm gonna question it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Okay, let's have some more fun, maybe with some Jags things. I'm not sure today was fun. Again, I do want to warn. I don't want to panic and be over dramatic on this stuff. I just think it's worth not panicking.
Yeah,
and be over dramatic.
Just laughing at Casey trying to make his entrance and
all rise.
All rise. I'm not rising, but instead I will say it's time for laying down the law. Brought to you by Kenny Lane Associates, men only, family law only. Where's the judge? You've earned a new, we're laying down the law now. This segment's
this stare down.
Not just holding court.
Where were you for the Vince Carter conversations, Your Honor?
A little past his time.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
Then you're hating. How old are you?
27.
Hey, Brent.
You're that old?
Why are you talking to the judge like this?
Yeah, respect the judge,
have some
please.
respect.
I
Hell?
feel like it doesn't matter how old you are, Brent. You should know who he is.
Vince Carter played for like 40 years.
Here we go. Who he is.
Who he is.
That was never a topic of who he is.
Brent, do you want to go back to the conversations? Because you had the whole supermarket test of we don't know who Vince Carter is.
Go ahead.
Daytona's finest, Vince Carter, by the way.
And by the way, do you want me to read the messages from the whole video that we posted? What people are saying about you?
No, they all grew up at your age group. They love Vince Carter.
Man, this guy is in such denial about Vince Carter. Sorry, sir. Sorry, Honor.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
All right.
Court's in session.
We got 4 of them. You remember how this goes? Somebody's going to argue one side. The other person has to argue the other side, whether you agree or not. And we'll see who ends up getting it correct, because there are correct answers here. We will start with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who, from what you guys are saying, sounds like it wasn't good today for the Jacksonville Jaguars. No surprise over the last 30 years of life.
All 27 of yours, Judge.
Hey! Why are you... Okay. Austin, you're going to start because of that crap.
It's a kangaroo court.
The Jacksonville Jaguars should or should not play their offensive and defensive starters against the Saints on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, this is an open shut case. They absolutely have to play their starters this Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. Simply because from what we've been seeing today from practice, Mark Long reporting that they had, 10 penalty flags, 7 drop passes. This was supposed to be like the scrimmage to get the looks of kind of that game situation. And that's how it went. You can't rest your laurels on that. That has to be better. So injuries be damned. You have to go back out there on Sunday and see what you can do in a game situation, in an away stadium, in front of a crowd with an NFL atmosphere. You absolutely have to play them this Sunday.
Keep in mind that I think Liam Cohen is back and forth on this, even as last week when he did play the starters. I don't think he has to play the starters. I think he has to get their attention at practice and continue to rep this stuff and fix this stuff and have positive days. But I do think he still can sit on, hey, how much did we play these guys this week? How physical was this week? Tuesday padded practice, today scrimmage. What else are we going to do on Friday? Because we definitely don't want to get to Sunday, have spent them a little bit more than we had planned, and then they absolutely look like crap on that day too, and you run the risk of injury. The only thing worse than looking maybe not great at practice or inconsistent or having a couple of down days is also getting hurt on top of that. And just because they play starters on Sunday doesn't mean they're going to look good and feel good coming out of it. So maybe you protect the Jags from themselves right now and keep it as closed in as you can. But most of all, at least go with the bubble wrap theory for a bit and not get hurt.
Justice Hamby, what are we thinking?
The worst thing that you can look, other than bad in practice, is not getting injured. It's getting your blowers done off week 1 at home against Carolina. That has to be avoided at all costs, even if we're playing guys on Sunday that have played a little bit more than we'd like during the week. Winner Austen.
Austen gets the first one, so Brent, this is up to you now for the second one. The current betting favorite on Hard Rock to win the World Series is the Los Angeles Dodgers. Although the Los Angeles Dodgers fell out of first place in their division last night. Are the Dodgers the real actual favorites to win the World Series?
I don't think the Dodgers are the real favorites. I think the Padres are hot right now, and in their own division, you pass them by. But also the Dodgers, who have been favorites in the past, haven't always delivered on that. Getting to the World Series is one thing. Winning a World Series, they've now been able to do, but it took them a lot of tries. So even when they've been the favorites and had loaded teams, not able to do it all the time. So I think there are teams that are definitely more favorites. Brewers could be a bigger favorite. The Philadelphia Phillies could be a bigger favorite. The San Diego Padres could be a bigger favorite. That's all in the National League. They might not even be able to get out of the National League. Heck, they might not even get to the NLCS the way this is going right now. They do have a comfortable lead in the wild card at 3.5 games, with the Mets and Cincinnati about 3.5 and 4.5 back respectively. So they should get in the playoffs. The way they're playing right now, 4-6 in their last 10. They've lost 4 in a row. That's no guarantee.
Austin?
All right, when we look at the landscape of professional baseball right now, obviously the Milwaukee Brewers are the hottest team going right now. See the T-shirt. But I'll speak against the Brewers real quick. We can say they're the favorites to win the World Series right now, but what have they done the past decade that's going to show you they're going to get over the first round, right? It's one thing to be hot, white hot right now in the regular season. It's another thing to be hot in the postseason. When we look at the Dodgers, what they bring to the table, they have the hitting. They're pitching. Yes, relievers are a little banged up, but they're getting healthier. It's about getting hot at the right time. So I'm worried about Milwaukee. Obviously, you talk about the Phillies right now, too. Out of the NL, they're kind of landsliding. So if it's between Milwaukee, the Phillies, we got the Dodgers. I'm not opposed to taking the Dodgers in the NL. And we talk about the AL side of things. That's kind of wide open. Who are we taking there? Taking the Tigers? Well, they're a little rocky right now. Are we taking the Blue Jays? What have they showed us in the past, 30 years since I've been alive? Not too much. So go ahead and give me the Dodgers to win the whole thing. They have the most talent when they're healthy. They have the pitching when it's healthy, and watch them get right at the hot time. I didn't feel right. Sorry, go ahead. Hit it. No, I didn't feel right saying all of that, but I had to because,
You might have waited until
that's off record. That you hit the gavel. It's over. That's off record.
Hamby, how do you see that?
I decided as soon as Brent started answering that if Austen would agree to badger his own team, he was worthy of the point. He did so. Winner Austen.
Oh! Yes!
That rambling BS right there
Whoa!
for the last 3 minutes was worthy of a win.
You also went longer than he did.
Oh, yeah,
I also gave you specific stats.
What did you give us?
You said 4 and 6 in their last 10.
Brewers are good?
Lost 4 in a row.
He did have stats.
Brewers are good?
Might have got screwed there.
I got screwed.
That's all good.
Maybe.
Totally host. A guy that would go against his own team, you give him a reward for that?
Yeah, because
He should have just folded.
Okay, settle down. We get
He
it.
did whatever he had to do to win the point.
Who you telling, Hamby?
Hey.
Who you telling, Hamby?
Hey, we don't curse on this show.
By the way, undefeated in this game, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Casey.
2-0 Austin leads. So, Brent, it's up to you again to start it. I know you guys have been waiting for this big moment today. NBA schedule released. 3 p.m., actually 3:15 for some reason today. NBA, very few back-to-back games when you play the same team. It hardly ever happens. So my question, Brent, to you is this. Is the NBA schedule, or is there another sports league schedule, which is the toughest to put together?
Wait, okay. Gotcha.
Any day.
Yeah, thank you. I actually think the NBA schedule is the hardest schedule to put together. I think you have marquee games that you want to get your marquee teams on. Those are easy to isolate, like Christmas Day and maybe opening day and other things. But this whole like load management deal in the NBA, when you want your stars playing, how much you do back-to-backers, the travel from East Coast to West Coast, and just the amount of wear and tear on their bodies that, there's been proven in an 82-game schedule that these guys have to even sit out to then go on a 6-month run in the postseason because that thing takes forever. How do you get your best basketball and these teams ready to do that by that time is a tricky deal. I think just from marquee matchups and also not load management, but back-to-backers where teams are traveling to, I think that is difficult. In baseball, you're playing each other 19 times sometimes. In football, you only got 17 games to figure out. ChatGPT can do that no problem.
Ready? I'm just going to get a sweep right now. We ready to go? Okay, great. So my opposition here mentioned the physicality of the NBA. He must have forgot the sport of hockey, where it's far more physical, far more taxing. If you want to talk about travel, I don't know. We're talking about Vancouver. We're talking about Ottawa. We're talking about Toronto. Those are like a long ways away from where the U.S. is. Now, if you want to talk about the Stadium Series, they're planning on having a game in Tampa, which I still don't understand how that's going to be a thing. So you have to plan around that, and you have to plan around in terms of how many games in an NHL season? Hundreds? Literally hundreds? I don't know how
Same amount as an NBA, thank you.
Okay, same on the NBA. Okay, great. But what sport's more physical then? Is it hockey, where guys are breaking their jaws and they're playing in the playoffs, or is it NBA where, my Achilles? Okay, I think it's hockey. So with that being said, it's more physical. It's a lot more travel on the Canadian teams. I rest my case. Thanks. That's a sweep. And Hamby, you don't have to give it to me if you don't want to. I know I won that one. It's all good.
I was wondering if you were going to take the hockey approach.
Gotta take the hockey approach.
There was one thing I was hoping to hear there that I didn't hear.
Nobody
What do you got?
knows hockey.
Tough. Whoa. Toughest scheduling sport, probably arena-wise, right? Those two? Because like football, you don't have to worry about
you got to balance
concerts
it out.
and all this other stuff.
That's a good thought.
I didn't hear that from either of you guys, so that's a little disappointing. Hamby, what are we thinking?
Because I didn't hear that either, and dealing with load management is a bigger deal. We shouldn't downplay it. That's going to have to be a winner, Brent.
I should have won the second one anyway. How's a decent argument there?
All right, you got one more here. And
Make it interesting.
Do you
I like
ever
it.
get load management in hockey seriously? Like people ever talk about the back-to-backers?
No, sir.
No.
Yeah, like they
It's
don't talk
hockey.
about. Do they have less back-to-backers is my point, I guess, in hockey.
Very few. All right, last one, unless Brent gets it, then there is a tiebreaker, but you can win it right here, Austin, and you will start.
Okay.
Last night, obviously, big, massive news on YouTube. The Scrap House was on.
Yes.
And rivaling
broke Twitter. Broke YouTube.
Rivaling the Scrap House was New Heights with Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Austin, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, the greatest celebrity couple of all time, yes or no?
Dang, that's a good one because I can go either way with this. All right.
You should probably go the way that puts Brent in the worst.
Either one might put Brent in the bad spot.
Let me go and flip a coin real quick.
No, sure. Let's flip
Okay,
freaking
got
coin.
it. Yeah, no, because I mean, hey, I can go either way with this, so I'm trying to make it.
You didn't put that in as evidence, so that's
Okay, well, yeah. Let the evidence state that it landed tails. I had tails for Taylor, so I'm talking about Taylor Swift in a positive light. Okay, there we go.
Correct.
So yes, so Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are by far the most powerful couple of all time. You take Travis Kelce, one of the faces right now of the NFL, one of the best tight ends of all time, and really a rags to riches type of story, right? This guy was more of a the reason why people love this so much is because they can identify with Travis Kelce, right? Every time you go to a bar and you see a guy that's fist bumping, right, or maybe a little bit too drunk, like you think, oh, Travis Kelce. And he somehow landed the most popular, the most famous pop star maybe in the history of the world in Taylor Swift. So not only does it have like a real rags to riches story about a guy can see like, whoa, if Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, I can get that girl across the bar. It has that. It has world popularity in terms of, if you look at Taylor Swift's numbers of what her concert did, biggest numbers of all time. Sorry, Beyonce. And then you take the biggest sport in the world next to soccer, but let's be honest here. We're talking about soccer. We're not talking about soccer on the show. The second biggest sport in the world in professional football, American football, and he's won some Super Bowls. It's got to be Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
I do like soccer.
I was hoping like Marilyn Monroe and Elvis, like possible affair, could play into this a little bit.
Maybe JFK,
but I don't think they were totally. That was an announced couple. I think that was like a backdoor thing. So I don't think they're out. But you did mention maybe even a bigger power couple, the biggest power couple, because Travis Kelce didn't have this kind of swag before he got with Taylor Swift.
Okay,
and it's Beyonce and Jay-Z. And so those guys, by themselves, I think were bigger, obviously, than Travis Kelce. Beyonce in comparison to Taylor Swift. And now you put the two together. Not comparison. I didn't say bigger. In comparison to Taylor Swift. And so you put the two together, and to me, you've got a bigger power couple. There are other examples. David Beckham and his wife, right? Not bad. But, hey, soccer. Soccer's big. But I'm going with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Bigger power couple than Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift.
He had it, and then he goes, there.
You had it. You literally had it.
And then he goes, what's her name?
You don't know who she is?
Victoria.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Oh,
Hamby?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove, H to the O-V. Still winner, Austin.
Nah.
That was a tough one. I thought I actually did pretty well on that
Dude,
one.
I thought you had it until you...
Yeah, Victoria.
Like, what's her name? It's like,
David Beckham
no.
and his wife was a rough go there. Spice Girl, Victoria Beckham.
I mean, do you think Jay-Z... Oh, are we done? My bad, sorry.
Yeah, we're done. You got it.
Do you think Jay-Z, Beyonce, like... Are there any other like crazy power couples that... I mean, I'm not going royalty here. I don't care.
How big is like... on her own before Barack Obama would like a Michelle Obama been? Because she's like on all this stuff now.
I didn't know Michelle was anything else.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. But I'm saying now she's like, they're a big...
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
see, like, if you go out of sports, which I guess that was the question, like, in theory, Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are both very, very famous.
Sure, but nor even like...
More famous than
it's not like
Tom Holland and Zendaya?
It's not like TMZ's all over the... Oh, look at them. They're out in the bar, you know?
But famous.
Tom Holland and Zendaya.
The real ones remember the Bieber and Selena Gomez
That was
days.
a big one. I mean, the problem is probably nobody takes Taylor Swift.
Well, that's the problem. She's on her own.
Like,
right?
Kelsey's
But
just...
But isn't Beyonce the close?
What about
Yes.
Kim? Okay, what about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West?
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Or Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson? Just because, once again, that's more of like... it's the Regs Riches story, though. It's like she's dating him.
You know his girlfriend's pregnant now?
I know.
You know Pete Davidson?
If you look at Pete Davidson's track record...
It's unbelievable.
It's
generational.
Unbelievably odd.
What if I told you? Like,
What if I
it's
told
a-
you? Yes.
It's a 30 for 30.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Good questions. Thanks, Judge. I didn't want the tie.
Brett, who was the big country music
Damn
couple?
right, I didn't have one. I was going to make something up on the spot.
Who was the big country music couple
Faith
back in the day?
and Tim McGraw?
That's right. That's who I was thinking of.
Now,
And then,
well, how
uh,
about Garth and Trisha Yearwood?
Trisha?
I can't believe you didn't say
Shelton
Garth
and Stefani.
Who? Oh,
Blake Shelton and Stefani.
And Gwen
Oh, yeah.
Stefani.
They just pretty much swapped, didn't they?
But even before it was what's her name?
Miranda Lambert.
Miranda Lambert.
Yeah.
Are they still married? Gwen Stefani and Blake
think so.
Shelton?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, Garth and Trisha Yearwood pretty big, but I still feel like across.
I don't know who that is.
It's hard to beat Taylor Swift just in general.
I know.
But again, I think Beyonce. I don't know how big Beyonce is. in
Hey,
Australia
Beyonce's
and other
huge,
places, but gotta
but-
be huge.
Pretty huge, yeah. Jay-Z
But
probably
Jay-Z's
does
way
put
bigger than
that
Travis
over.
Kelce, right?
Yeah.
Jay-Z is much bigger than, but yeah. See, I just think
Yeah,
though,
look
like,
at it as a bar graph. I always do this. It's like Travis Kelce's here, Taylor's here, but
Well-
Beyonce's here and Jay-Z's
Yeah.
here. You know,
Okay,
you
but
start
if we
adding that
wanna-
together.
If you want to get really in depth into this, though, I think it went down for Jay-Z and Beyonce when he was accused of cheating on her, because then all of a sudden, like, they kept it low profile, right? Because I think part of being like a power couple like that is you have to have a high profile.
You have to love each other.
You have to love each other. Yeah.
And Taylor and Travis are loving.
Yeah.
Live on the internet.
You mean high profile, like you got to do like last night, something like last night.
Well, just be seen pictured together smiling at games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't see that with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Well, you did, but then like there was the whole
so now you
Becky with the good hair. Was that what it was?
So like basically, how about this? Like if you had taken Jay-Z, Beyonce, like
It's crazy that I
ago,
know that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you'd almost have to go 6 years ago, Beyonce, Jay-Z, or
Sure.
whatever that time.
Yeah, or if you want to go Marilyn Monroe and Elvis, I guess was a thing.
Yeah, Joe DiMaggio, dude. Where were you? She was with him.
And JFK.
Well, I know you weren't alive, but
Well, I know, but I think she was. I think there's like rumor of
Adam and Eve. Brent should have went Adam and Eve with the drink. You would have. Oh, Brent.
Adam and Eve would have been a hell
the
of a
wasted opportunity.
That would have been a great.
The wasted opportunity.
Hamby would have been. Oh, my God.
Hammy's like,
hey,
Playing to the
you know
jury.
what? I'd be really disappointed. I'd be really disappointed if it was even on my radar and I didn't go there. I just can't say it was.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. But honestly, though, might be the biggest power couple of all time.
I mean, really, and you back up, it's now even a store name.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that.
Judge, can we have order?
How corrupt is that?
We need order.
I never thought about that.
You're right. We do need order. You're damn right.
Cut the check, Adam and Eve.
I don't know if he'll want us to go right to this read on that is brought to you by Kenny Lane Associates, Men Only Family Law Only. menonlyfamilylaw.com.
You damn right.
And good to have Laying Down the Law with Casey Kurtz each and every week on the Brent and Austin Show, the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. Hey, I like the work Daniel Griffiths is doing.
Holy
for us.
crap, this wig is hot, dude. Go to break.
I got to get to some of the stuff. I want the images out there. And today was a deep dive. I know he's excited about it. Plus some fantasy football quiz or questions from Hamby. Still on the way on the Brent and Austin Show.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with JaxPal.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Hi, Daniel Griffiths gives us this today.
Holy cow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, but highlighted Brian Thomas Jr. And I also think what's interesting, Christian Kirk is on a couple of these. If you go to the out route and also the post. So it breaks down every kind of pass play. And
let this marinate for a little bit, Hamby. I want to see this now. Thank you.
There's a deep dive on all of this, by the way, at actionsportsjacks.com from Daniel. And, he goes obviously very much into all the different routes, combinations. I just think Brian Thomas Jr. being tops in the slant route and the post routes right there as well. So
yeah.
He can run a variety. I guess the key is, can he run the tree, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think he can run that. This shows it. Hamby, are you a little surprised that Lad McConkey's not on more of these? Because when I think of route running, I think he might be one of the best ones. That's
I think
crazy.
So.
Because, Brent, obviously I'm having Hamby pause this here for fantasy football purposes more than anything.
Well, there's a lot on here, so this is kind of unfair. What's the number one thing that sticks out? Because to me, there's one super obvious thing.
That sticks out?
Yeah.
Dontavian Wicks being the 3rd overall.
That is one, but that's not even what I was talking about.
But that might be the one.
Try the bottom.
You talking about Noah Brown?
No.
Okay. Luke McCaffrey?
No.
Yeah, Luke McCaffrey is kind of.
I'm talking about 46-year-old Adam Thielen is the second best go route runner in the sport.
Okay, Casey, that's not a bad point.
How is he running past people?
That's not a bad point, Casey.
Yeah.
He's 47 years old.
That's
just kind of crazy.
Right? What are they doing?
And Justin Jefferson is just all right, you must suck.
This also shows me, other than Mike Evans, is our corner routes reserved for 3rd and 4th receivers on teams? Because we got a bunch of scrubs.
I don't know who Ryan Miller is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, who does Ryan Miller play?
I thought he was the Sabres goalie from like 2008. You remember that guy? Anybody?
I do. That is pretty interesting, that corner route. All right, so I've got a question for you guys. You'll know this better than me, I feel like. The out route was something Trevor threw really well with this Doug and press offense.
Mm-hmm.
What is going to be featured, do you think, the most in a Liam Cohen offense? Which set of these routes?
Well,
would you lean a certain way?
Well, I mean, I think you look at what Mike Evans did.
There you go.
Because this is all last year's numbers, I assume?
Yeah. Good evidence.
So look at Mike Evans.
You got the slant in the corner. He's number 6 at.
How big is Mike Evans?
6'4".
It's weird too, because like if you're to tell me what route does Mike Evans like excel at the most, I would say it's the go route. Because you feel like all the scores and stuff
There might be some
come from that.
technicality in there, like, if that corner route could feel like a go route. I don't know.
Yeah. Chris Olave loves that crossing route until he gets hit, huh?
To me, and I would
Evans
love
is
to
also
see
in the hitch route, by the way.
That's true. To me, I'd love to see the stats on it. But it seems like the Doug Peterson offense relied a ton on outs and hitches. Right? Those were always Trevor's go-to when we needed a first down. It was 3rd and 6, whatever. I would already say that it looks like Liam is going to work the middle of the field more than Doug did. He's trying to get guys running the grass instead of running to the sideline. Well, especially as much as he talks about ball in hand, if you have guys that you want to get in space, do you want them running to out of bounds, or do you run them running to the field where they can actually make a big play?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that's a good explanation. That's what he said, right? He wants those guys. He can't teach that. He can't coach that. What about Travis Hunter, guys? Like, where do you think he will maybe dominate? I mean, he's going to come out of the slot. So do you marry it up with whatever some of the things that Christian Kirk was doing, or guys like that? Or do you think he'll...
Yeah, I mean, how many slot guys do you have here?
A bunch.
Yeah.
On the list or on the team? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
By the way, the answer to that is both.
Yeah, I know. That's
because on the team, they feel like they've got a lot of slot guys.
On the list here.
Does it mean anything that Christian Kirk's on 2 of these and the Jags said you're not good enough to play here?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't think so.
Honestly, man, I don't know what any of this really means.
That was my argument about Christian Kirk. Is like, I think he's really good at some things. Like, one of the best in the league at some things.
I mean, because if you look at the best wide receivers in the league, whether it's Justin Jefferson, whether it's CeeDee Lamb, whether it's Jamar Chase, I think those are the 3 unequivocally.
Uh-huh.
They're not even in the top 10 and considered of separators.
Yeah.
So what makes them so good?
So a couple other things.
50-50 balls?
Yeah, I mean, they go make a play for you.
Yes,
Chase does.
But CeeDee Lamb's a slot dude. Like,
that is weird. CeeDee Lamb's not on here.
Also, I don't see him at all.
Who is Khalif Raymond and who does he play for? Because I would be interested in getting him on my fantasy team the way this is looking.
Gosh, I think he was on the. He's been on the Lions before.
Like he's on 3, 4
Dude,
of these lists. Who the hell is Khalif Raymond?
What about Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Lions.
What about Amon-Ra?
Yeah. Last year he had 22. No. He had 17 catches for 200 yards.
So,
someone says that Ryan Miller has 128 career receiving yards.
By the way, Khalif Raymond's been in the league for 8 years.
So, what I'm hearing here is there's no minimum route run thing.
Oh, there's CeeDee Lamb too, by the way, crossers. I assume
because Evans was hurt, Ayuk was hurt.
Yeah.
Does it mean anything that there's 2 Ravens in the top 5 of overall, and there's 2 Texans in the top 10?
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I mean, talented guys, I think, with all of them listed there. Hey, real quick, just to put a bow on this, and again, you can read more in depth on where the numbers came from, how the names got there on ActionSportsJacks.com.
I'm going to as well.
The what do you think is the hardest one for defenses to defend, or what are the
Adam Thielen on the go?
What do you not want to see if you're a defender?
I mean, I wouldn't want to see Tyreek Hill like on a go. I feel like.
Yeah.
Do we have to pick from this list?
Well, I mean, these are the
just,
route.
Are you talking about the route
tree?
Just
sorry. I thought you meant like a person.
Is the slant the hardest one to defend, or an out you can't defend it if it's done executed?
I mean, truth be told, Brent, it depends what kind of defense you're in. Like if you have zone coverage, you can pass that slant down to the middle of the field, right?
Yeah.
If you're playing man, well then best of luck to you on that slant. So it kind of depends what defense you're in.
Yeah, I get it. I would think the longer routes because you don't want to give up the big play.
I would think crossers.
Yeah, but the long
You have
routes
to
too.
deal with traffic of your own guys.
Sure.
And the referee.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
All
plus,
right.
those deep routes too. Sometimes you have safety help.
Give me Jamison Williams on any of them. I know he's not on all of them.
There's the hitch. Yeah.
But like, I feel like tough guy to
He'd
cover.
be tough.
Man.
All right, Hamby, where are you taking us? We got a little fantasy football quiz.
We do. All right.
I should be good at this.
With the
Do you
draft.
think I'd set this show up a little better for things that
To
I'd
help
be good
you
at?
out? Yeah, I know. Come on, where's the golf trivia? Let's go, guys.
By the
Where's
way,
the
Miles
Garth Brooks
Russell,
trivia?
Good luck to him today at the U.S. Amateur.
There we go.
I want you to think about this homework assignment for tomorrow. Miles Russell actually is the top junior golfer in the world.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Do we have anything? I thought of this last night. Do we have anything else in Jacksonville that is number one in the world at anything? This kid's from Jacksonville, number one in the world. Don't answer it now. Save it for tomorrow, maybe.
I thought he was going to give me homework to watch him tonight. I'm like, Brent, I got some bad news for you.
You know, you don't have to watch it.
Okay.
All right. Fantasy
okay.
draft. Sorry.
I already know
Go
the
ahead,
answer.
Chris.
All right.
I'm not going to remember tomorrow.
Hey, say it right now,
You can text.
real quick.
Go ahead, say it.
Wasn't Jacksonville's downtown rated the most boring city in America?
That's true.
That's number one
But
in the world.
that's someone's opinion. But yeah, I saw.
What Action News Jax reported it?
I saw that. No, I saw the article, but it's like from one. That's from a magazine, right?
Hamby?
I don't recall that.
I don't
one.
think it was a study that Action News Jax did, so it had to be from something.
Well, they got ranked the worst.
Okay.
So they're the number one worst.
All right, Hamby, what you got?
Half the battle as we do our fantasy football prep and as we begin to do that
Yeah, I've done
in
a
the
lot
next
of it.
couple of weeks is understanding where guys are going and, first of all, what teams they're on, if they've changed.
Khalif Raymond.
Right?
Kyle Pitts, second round.
Yes. And obviously we look at the rankings. So we're going to do a little bit of that today. We're going to start with what I believe will be an easy one. This is, I think, going to be a little bit rapid fire. Name the top 7 fantasy football running backs.
Okay. We just going like around one-on-one here?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And yes.
PPR. I know where we're going with it, yeah.
Is this draft rankings or from last year?
This is this year.
Okay.
So draft rankings.
Draft rankings.
Thank you. Okay.
And you should go 7 for 7. I'm allowing you 1 incorrect. If it's in the 8, 9, or 10, then I'll pass it.
It's a team activity?
It's a team activity.
Did he say it's from last year?
This
no,
year.
it's this draft rankings.
This draft rankings.
So there's some
Top
expectation.
7 running
I'll go
backs getting
first.
drafted.
Derrick Henry.
Well, we're team.
Okay. He's 7.
Yeah, go. Let's. pump
Maybe
the
you
brakes.
shouldn't go first.
Maybe take Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
This is PPR.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like a goofy one.
Well, it's got to be. You think Alvin if it's PPR?
Do you? The Saints suck.
Come
Would
on, guys.
McCaffrey be on here, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Christian McCaffrey's on here.
Sure. Let's go for Chuba Hubbard.
No.
Casey. No.
What?
No, I didn't You got to co-sign with the group, please.
Do you know what his numbers were last year?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's top 5 in yards per carry. I understand all of it.
Okay.
But you guys have not named
James
the best
Cook.
2 guys. No. Not even close.
Okay, we got to go to
Holy
Green
cow,
Bay. We got to
guys.
go Josh Jacobs.
No. Fantasy? How about Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs, the best 2 guys? They're going 1 and 2. Along with Jamar Chase. Okay,
Saquon's not going 1 and 2.
Y'all might be in for a
Saquon's
treat
not going 1 or 2.
Okay.
Saquon's not going 1 or 2.
No, not in fantasy drafts. He doesn't catch the ball in the backfield enough.
Where's Chuba Hubbard?
On this,
Okay.
Yeah.
he is at 19.
Who
These
are we
guys-
using?
These guys don't like
This
to
is
be wrong,
ESPN.
maybe.
Okay.
Did we get all 7?
I thought
No,
Saquon.
you missed Ashton Jeanty and you missed Devon Achane.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering about Achane, but-
That's kind of our fault, guys. Yeah.
But why would Genty be there now?
So what?
He's the only guy.
Usage is big.
Okay. Where is ETN
I would never got Genty.
in the rankings?
Chuba Hubbard won me hundreds, borderline thousands of dollars last year, and people are picking him 19th. Y'all are morons.
Where's Travis Etienne in the rankings?
Yes.
32nd.
34.
Brent?
Oh, we're close, Casey.
I'm going to say higher than you guys think, 23rd.
He is 36. Obviously,
Well, you
there
guys
are
are close.
32nd.
32 starting running backs in the National Football League, and he is 36. Where's Tank Bigsby? He's 43. Hey, there was
70
only
probably or something.
there was only one team
106.
in the National Football League, only one team whose starter is ranked lower than a Jags starting running back.
Okay.
There's only one. Okay.
Which team is it?
Where their starter is ranked lower than a Jags running back.
Every single team has a starter in the top 32.
Okay.
2 teams don't. The Jags
Jags
are 1.
and somebody.
Okay.
Arizona.
Well, one's gonna be the Browns, right?
No.
Who's the Browns?
James Conner is 17th.
Browns.
Who is the Browns running back?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Browns.
It is the Browns.
Yes.
Isn't he in jail?
Yes.
They have Judkins and Jerome Ford.
Okay.
In jail. Wait, Judkins isn't Judkins in jail?
Judkins is
well,
fighting
he's in trouble.
litigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is the highest ranked handcuff running back?
The guy from the Eagles.
No, Montgomery.
Yes.
What is
Montgomery
that?
is
What
at
did he say?
21.
You got to have both of them.
Like the
If you
Handcuff
draft
is the
one, you got to have
backup
the
is
other.
good.
So like Montgomery and Gibbs was the
Montgomery is the 21st.
Oh, is he a hand? I guess he is a handcuff.
Yeah.
But
Is that a common thing?
Yes.
Bonus for who's second.
Because like if Gibbs gets hurt, then you have Montgomery too. Who's second?
Since you kind of threw me off with the Eagles thing, it's not that. Who's the Mason, right? Jordan Mason? No, with McCaffrey? Or is he
that's
someplace
probably
else?
the answer.
This is going to be Jalen Warren at 29.
Isn't he starting?
Along with Caleb Johnson, the starter,
Oh,
who's
okay.
28.
What team is this?
Steelers.
I thought he was starting. Okay.
How many rookie running backs are in the top 30? How many rookie running backs are in the top 30? Name them.
Well, we at least got Genty.
We got Genty.
I just told you another one 2 seconds ago.
The guy that he said.
Guy that I guess is playing over Jalen Warren. Judkins is arrested.
No.
Judkins is not in there.
Caleb Johnson?
Yes.
Oh, dude in Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.J. Harvey.
That's 3.
R.J.
The
Harvey.
Patriots guy.
Travion, that's 4.
Dude in Minnesota.
No.
How many are there total?
5. You got 4. The one that you're leaving out is being drafted in like the 3rd or 4th
The
round.
Minnesota just go? No.
Early.
Chargers guy?
Yes.
Oh.
Amari and Hampton.
Yeah, in North Carolina, right?
BTJ is the Jaguars' highest ranked player, obviously. Who is second? Which Jaguar is second in the all consensus
Cam Little.
all players?
That's a good guess.
No, I'm kidding.
Is he wrong?
Is it really Cam Little?
It is not Cam
That was
Little.
a joke. Okay.
Well, what? If you're talking kicker, why wouldn't he be?
I guess, well, because I feel like he got the
I mean,
list,
We're talking big board here.
So Travis Hunter?
Top 200, yes. Any idea where he would be?
Travis Hunter.
What was Brian Thomas Jr.?
Good question.
I think he was 17.
Overall?
Either 13 or 17.
Over on the big, not just receivers.
Everything.
Well, because receivers and running
Usually
backs.
receivers.
Travis Hunter is 37.
I'll go deeper than that. 64.
Jeez.
No, because he's got to be above ETN. I think Travis Hunter is going to be like 29.
That was just running backs for ETN.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
54.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's kind of wild.
All right.
He was picked second overall, but what do I know?
Name the top 8 receivers.
Pre-draft?
Yes.
Okay, so we got Jefferson.
Chase.
Yep.
Tyreek.
I'm not sure if I go Tyreek.
I don't
Hill.
know
I
if
don't think
Tyreek's right.
Tyreek with the injury.
Nico Collins.
Yes.
We're going to table Tyreek.
Puka.
We can get this.
Yes.
Puka for sure. Good job, Brent.
That's 4.
DK.
Absolutely not.
No. Hey, do we actually go Lad here? I'm not saying Lad. I'm asking people. You don't go Lad?
CeeDee Lamb.
PPR?
Yes.
CeeDee Lamb. Good.
How many do we need still?
2
You
more.
have 3
How about
more.
Olave?
3 more.
No, they don't have a
think
quarterback. That's not a guess.
How about Zay Flowers?
Huh?
No.
He's not good.
No, I mean, I'd go like Wilson, maybe in New York.
Okay, let's think of premier receivers in the National Football
Just
League.
got paid, so
Who'd you say?
Wilson. Or what would they do? The Jets, not Wilson.
Oh, Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
No.
Okay, hang on. We got 3 more.
Yep.
Oh, Amon-Ra.
Yes.
Very good.
And then you have 2 second-year guys.
I'm telling
Malik
you, Lad.
Neighbors.
Yes.
Oh, and then Brian Thomas. Did we
Yes.
say Brian Thomas? Okay, Brian Thomas Jr.
Jr.
Lad McConkey ain't on there, huh?
No.
Are you
Lad
surprised about that, Hamby?
Lad is 11. He's still getting plenty of love.
Okay.
How about Jackson Smith?
And Jigba?
How far is he?
He is 15. We got to wrap this up.
Nice.
Tight ends, let's go. Kyle Pitts and everybody
No
else.
A.J. Brown, by the way, huh?
Where is Travis
point.
Hunter ranked just receivers? I mean, he was
receivers, he was
54. all-
54. He's
18.
It's probably close.
I think
If 18, Brent,
he's a 2, man.
is Terry McLaurin.
Oh, wow. Okay, way deeper than that. then.
I'm going Travis Hunter 28.
30, I was going to
We
say.
don't know if Terry McLaurin's going to play football. 21.
I just lost him. 33.
Really?
Larry Bird.
You got Jamison Williams and Jerry Jeudy right above him. He's actually sandwiched in between Pickens and Olave,
Wow.
which I would take Pickens above him, and I take Olave over him.
Pickens.
Where's Travis Kelce in the tight end rankings?
3. No.
6.
5.
I'll stay with 3.
6.
Damn.
Dang it.
You got McBride, Bowers, Kittle, Laporta, and Hawkinson.
Okay.
Where is Brenton Strange?
14.
17.
21.
Blackjack.
22.
Ah, very nice.
That's all we got time for.
All right.
Okay.
What is your favorite fantasy format outside of PPR? Because that's what everybody does, right?
Individual defensive player, IDP.
Yeah, I don't like that, but I get what you're saying.
Oh, people do
Real
like
quick.
Oh, really? I thought you were just busting chops.
If Travis Hunter
Like
gets an interception, does that count in fantasy football?
Have they figured that out yet?
He has to score.
He's got to score.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's how it's going to be.
Gotcha.
All right. Thanks for hanging with us. 1st and 10 training camp tonight, 11:15. Back at it tomorrow at 10 a.m. Fleet and Footy coming up at 2 o'clock with Stuart Weber.
The moment you bite into a Mason's Famous lobster roll, nothing is the same. Suddenly, it's 5 a.m., and you're boarding a lobster boat in Maine, heading out to check your traps, keeping only the best. Just like it's been done for nearly a century. Because you can't taste lobster this good without it changing you for good. Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, from the waters of Maine.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants.
We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter.
Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with the purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida